This crossover episode of Just Barbarian Things and the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers is brought to you by the generosity of the Esoteric Order backers on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/esotericrp to find out how you can become a backer too. Remember to follow all of us on Facebook, Twitter, and
Instagram
to keep up with all the latest news, and join our Discord communities to chat with players and fellow listeners. Links are in the description. The members of these episodes broadcast from New Mexico and Colorado. We recognize these episodes are produced on the traditional territories of the Pueblo and Ute peoples. We acknowledge their communities, their ancestors, their elders both past and present, and future generations. The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers and Just Barbarian Things present A Start in Glorantha, based on the Runequest starter set available from Chaosium. This game features Rainey as the game master, and David Larkins, Des, Kenny, and Santiago as players.
Sweet Manchego.
Yes. Sweet Manchego.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's like, or
There are people out there. With
Oh
that
man,
as
the
a claim
Amanda
to
laugh.
fame. Oh yeah,
Best,
Amanda
hands
laugh's
down.
perfect. That could be like a text alert.
I wish it was a text alert.
We can make that happen.
I want to be a voice actor, but like where my only jobs are doing that sort of thing. Where I'm just like,
Yeah,
like,
just weird
like
sounds.
weird noises,
I can't imagine.
reaction noises.
I
need
can't imagine
50
directing that.
reactions. Yeah.
Oh my! I know, right? Can you give it a
Yeah.
little more? And not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This time you're really bleeding out. Like,
Really
Okay,
push
now
it into
put a
the red
little
this time.
bit into like that weird part of the walnut on there. Okay, and action.
Weird part of the walnut.
all right. For those of you who had this podcast start and were like, what is playing right now?
Well, you're
What's
gonna
happening?
cut all that, right? Cut that.
Yeah.
Cut
No,
that, cut that.
I'm gonna put
cut
that
that, cut that,
before
cut that,
the
cut that,
intro,
cut that.
so it's like completely out of context. It just starts playing in their playlist. Like they're like, what?
Love
What's
it.
happening?
Right.
And, yeah,
Good. That'll
Yeah.
endear and win hearts and minds.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Further.
But we were in dark season
Mm.
movement week,
Mm.
but we're heading into, well, we're starting in this next session, storm season, disorder week, which means, if I'm looking correctly, the one of you, I think one of you might actually have something. Maybe did
Oh my
we?
God.
No,
Oh my God.
I'm always waiting to
uh.
see, like, will we have a like
What?
any sort of holidays that any of us care about? No.
No, I don't. I don't have some for some time. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be a while for me.
No.
Which means our rune points stay used.
Yeah,
right?
abysmally. Yeah.
So yeah,
No,
magics,
Wow.
restore, runes. No.
looks like day 24 during fertility week. That
Yeah.
has some nice
Mhm.
holidays for
Oh, yeah.
lots of people.
Wait, aren't I supposed to have my baby in storm season?
What?
Is it gonna be a stormy
No,
baby?
you did
Hasn't been
threaten
that long
at
already.
one point that if you had a storm season baby, you might just not keep it at that point because you don't want to deal with it. I think was when that came up.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I
sounds
had to
right.
re-listen
That's
to that
right.
when I was
I don't
editing,
recall
and
that.
you're like, "Ugh, but if it's a storm season baby, boo." Like-
I think so. I think you were a little
Yeah.
fed up, like not into it.
I was probably hungry.
Yeah, well, you did know that you were both hungry and constipated in that
Oh,
session that
yeah.
just came out today.
Right,
So,
right.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So-
And then Stasis
brand.
week, there's like Storm Bowl Thanksgiving because like
Oh
on-
yeah.
Ooh.
on
Yeah.
Fire
Storm
Day
Bowl
you have
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, and then there's Black Wild Day where they go and get all of their shopping done for
Mm.
sacred time.
Yep.
I'm into it.
Yep.
Black Wild Day actually sounds like a
Black
good
Wild
thing.
Day.
Yeah, that sounds like
you
a
go
legit
camp out in front of the
Glorantha
temple,
It should be.
and
Well, let me
to
just
get the
make,
good deals.
since I want
Get
to
the good
squeeze as much
seats.
blood from the stone as possible.
Yeah.
What was our date interval here, so I can double check? for myself?
Yep. So we were going from movement week, and I can get you the exact day and everything that we
Oh.
started with.
I had
last
just
time.
missed the storm. So the Storm Bolt thing was the week before that, and stasis.
Stasis week, yeah.
Yeah, sadly.
So
Yeah.
we're going into movement
And
week?
Well,
So
we
We
left
started
movement week.
in movement week in dark season.
Yeah.
Yes, dark season, freeze day, movement week.
Okay.
Yep. And then, so right at the start of movement week.
Got
And
it.
now we are picking up, moving ahead here to my next set of notes, picking up on disorder week. So the first week of storm season, the
Oh,
evening of fire day.
Okay. All right, got it.
well, there's an Arnalda in there. Oh,
There
wait.
no,
don't
not
know
not
if-
on this one.
In Illusion Week from Dark Season.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't have anything cool until
You don't
movement
have
week
anything.
with
I don't have anything.
let's
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
I mean, stasis week is going to be your week if we
yeah.
get there.
Oh,
Yeah,
all
if-
about
Yeah,
this.
If you
we
can make
live
it that
long.
far. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep seeing it and then I don't see it. So my main deity is your mall.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's not happening until like movement
Well,
week.
Yeah, your mall, yeah, it's illusion week. You have one in storm season.
Mm.
Yes, in storm season.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
Mine,
you, Rainey. So the
dark
40 on
season.
48th.
Yeah,
So
the
illusion week-
48th of storm season.
Day 80, day 48,
Oh, okay.
illusion week, your
Yeah.
mall. But like, yeah,
Okay.
your mall is, I mean, it's like a, tricky
Yeah.
deity. And so
And-
I,
Shalana has one on fertility week, which
right.
Of course.
you go. Do your
Yes.
thing. And Babistra Gore has one on fertility week as well.
Yes. That's a
Fun.
big week.
But
for
did
everybody.
Samastina spend any room points? I forget.
I spent 1
Okay.
because
So
I
there
was at 3. Now I'm at 2.
There was a minor holy day on the 43rd of Dark Season for Arnalda that you could
Ooh,
Mhm.
try and min-max.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, then I'll go up 1 rune point. Is that right? Or do I need to make a test?
Worship roll or something like that?
You may as well just make sure your heart's in it.
Yeah, for reals.
Mhm.
So is that what like a? Oh, is it literally worship?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Or-
worship Chalana Arroy.
Some people like to, kind of augment that with their dancing and things like that. They're
I was gonna say,
singing.
I'm
you
yeah,
know,
I'm,
whatever you're
Motion,
into.
the
I'm gonna
Yeah.
augment this with my fertility
Sacrifice,
rune.
depending on the type of deity you are. I don't know if your
Fertility rune,
deity's
there you
into
go.
that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Jeez, into that.
Nice.
She might be. Who knows?
All right.
Okay, so I succeeded on my impassioned fertility rune.
Okay. So it adds 20.
Okay, nice. So okay, that's
What
already
happened? Are we
checked.
playing right now? What's going on?
We are
Yeah,
playing.
We've been playing for
Samastina
55 minutes.
had a minor holiday. We're seeing how it went when she went to the
Okay.
great hospital to
Oh.
show devotion
Ooh,
to her deity.
okay.
That's right.
All right.
Oh, and I failed my worship roll by 5
Boo.
points.
Oh, that's
Damn it.
That stings.
Yeah.
You know,
What
I
happened?
think I
was
can tell you a
tired.
little bit, about why this may have been a rough minor holiday for you.
please.
And especially with that success on your fertility rune, you're starting to grow a little bit concerned because you're familiar with pregnancies, although it wasn't
Mhm.
necessarily your specialty or anything like that. But you feel that the curvature of your belly is developing a little bit faster than you are expecting that it should.
Oh,
Yeah,
what the
I know
heck
how
did
that
you get
goes.
freaky with?
Do I have a freaking
What did you get freaky
God.
with? Is it some type of fast growing being that
I don't know.
you don't know?
The week it was a blur.
It was fertility week in Earth season, okay?
All right,
Right.
okay. No,
A lot
no
happened.
judgment. No judgment, just
Yeah.
curious.
Thank
Have
you.
Have you
been
ever
eating
read
a
the
lot
Shel
of yams?
Silverstein poem, There's Too Many Kids in
Yeah.
This Tub?
Yeah,
Because
let's-
apparently Kenny's fertility week was a bit like that.
Not
Kenny's
Kenny's,
fertility week
Celestina's,
was very
like,
mild.
I don't know about Kenny's. Yeah, I don't know
we
about
don't need
Kenny's
to make
fertility
judgment
week.
of Kenny's fertility.
Yeah.
Oh,
Samastina's is different.
My
Calm down.
fertility week, I tend to put on the
okay.
back burner. I don't want to push
Yeah.
it.
Dang. I was confused.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So about how far along am I then?
I mean, as far as you are still calculating it, like you think that's still when you should have conceived, but the development seems at a faster pace than what you would think of a typical pregnancy. You're definitely seeing the swelling happened a bit earlier, and the growth of your pregnant belly is definitely happening a lot faster than you've typically seen with the pregnancies that you've dealt with and others.
Is there
Are
a
you sharing this, Samastina? Are you sharing this with anybody? Are you divulging this information?
Oh man.
Divulging the bulging.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
That's my normal go-tos, but
Divulge the bulge.
This time I don't know.
That's Samastina's self-help book.
That's-
She's like on the cover with her arms folded, like.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. How to
18
help women
easy
who help
steps towards-
themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I guess my immediate thought would be, is there a type of priestess or something that I would go to that could, like, do some kind of magic or some kind of ritual to help me understand what is happening? Because if I'm just bloated, I don't want to tell everybody and
Right?
be like, oh my God, something crazy is happening. Also, if it's like, oh, Samastina, you're pregnant with a fucking beast man, I don't want like fucking Korsar to chop my head off.
Mhm. Yeah. If it's like you have the new Scorpion Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no. Oh god.
Yeah,
Ay,
we're just getting
ay.
good. Yeah, no, I mean, you had developed a relationship with the midwives at the Great
Mhm.
Hospital
Yeah.
and with Sister Erin Mercy, their head priestess there.
Nice.
So certainly you could set something up.
Okay.
you wanted
Yeah,
to
then
do
I would
so.
probably do that in secrecy.
All
Okay.
right.
Because I don't want to, if nothing's wrong, I don't want anybody else to worry about me, especially because I know Serzene is like very protective of me,
Mm.
which I love, but I don't want to like worry her unnecessarily.
I'm already worried.
I know.
Too late.
Dude.
Okay. So what we can say at this point is that you attended your ritual, and Sister Mercy said that she would send word to you when she had conferred with the other sisters about the results.
Cool. Okay. So I'm just
Interesting.
chilling, I guess.
So are we in Jonstown still?
You are in Jonstown
Oh,
still.
God.
So after your last successful venture,
Mhm.
and we can kind of wrap that up. You were able to bring home the survivors. You did mention that you had ransomed off the Lunars that were there as part of the passed out, stungified prisoners of the Scorpion Mans.
Mhm.
You were paid for your work by the representative of House Milani. Everything went really well. And even what you've noticed is between the misunderstanding with what happened with the trolls and how that kind of started your reputation in Jonstown, as that resolved and as you're starting to do these things in a state where Jonstown is so underpersoned, right? The people who normally come back, a lot of them haven't made it back, including their surpluses. Most of the people who were of, guardian age, fell in fighting, which is why we have like young Kenneth, the gate guard, and things like that. So, I mean, you're really standing out as helpful folk in Jonstown. And you were asked, after successfully completing your last venture, the city Rex said to you that, Keller Starbrow did well in recommending you to assist him in making sure Jonstown was safe from the Lunars. And he requests only that you stay maybe another season until they can make sure that they are still not a target for being retaken. And that he would owe you a great debt, because so far he hasn't been able to manage very well without you.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah. So he wants us to stay through maybe 2 more, like this season and 1 more.
So if you can get him through storm season, they should make sure that the surrounding farmlands are safe. Doesn't look like the Lunars are coming back. They can get reestablished. Things should be, back on track. But just get him through storm season, and
Plus
he would
sacred
be in your
time.
debt.
Sacred time
Yeah.
coming up after.
That's true.
So,
Sacred Time's fun time to be in Jonstown.
It is.
Why? What makes it fun?
Well, Sacred Time has 2 weeks of nonstop ritual shenanigans.
That's right.
Ooh.
It's all caps, all red holy days.
Yep, all holy days all the time.
Every
Yeah.
fucking day. Multiple
Exactly.
ones sometimes. Shalana Arroy has a holy day every day of the second week. That is
Yeah.
Oh my
wild.
god.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, maybe we'll stay. No, I'm probably like, yeah, we should definitely stay. Like, even knowing all the festivals are coming up, I'm like, I got my arms folded over my chest quite a bit because I'm like trying to hold off a little bit on, like, this is my last bastion of like hiding that I'm pregnant,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, it's not like I care, but I'm just like, I just don't want this to be a liability. So yeah, I'm just like, yeah, let's stay here. And obviously I know I'm waiting on like some magic test results.
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're waiting on the magic lab to
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The staff came back with 2 red lines painted on it.
Oh my god. Means you're definitely gonna have a beast man.
Oh,
So
God.
speaking of that, I think normally for Korsar, it'd be like, best be moving on, etc. But as I see here on the calendar, storm season is the time of greatest violence and danger. The air gods rule this season, and their energies are always of violent and unpredictable nature.
Yeah.
This time is like the war of the gods. This bloody season can undo the effort of a whole year, and troubles begun here often inadvertently allow chaos forces to slip into the world.
Oh my
Mhm.
god. So it's
So-
party time for reals.
Yeah, all of you would
Yes.
be kind of on edge for sure, because this is a chaotic time. But yeah, definitely for Korsar, you're
Plus,
And in this
this is like
place-
winter, so you
Yeah.
might as well kind of hunker down and, pass the time
So are we,
in a
like, kinda
warm
like-
inn somewhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we the kind of like rich / noble, like where seasons are a verb for us? Where we're like, oh, we're going to winter in Jonstown this year. But you know what I mean? Like, is that how
Yeah, it's
we
just different for
roll, or
everybody.
just like-
Yeah.
Everybody's sort of
I mean,
nomadic.
yeah, unless you're a farmer, or I suppose, or a
True.
Yeah.
herdsman.
So who here is like aligned with the air runes?
Yo,
yeah,
Okay,
That's
that's what I thought.
Korsar. I have a
Yeah.
50. I have a
This is
50
my
in
time.
air.
my time. Anyway,
But
sorry.
40
Our
in
time
air,
down here.
That's
So
right.
I also am somewhat aligned with air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 80. Oh, do we get a roller checks and stuff, or is
Oh
that
yeah. Please
yeah.
do that. I don't. Yeah, I
Okay.
think we ended up not having time for it last time. So
Right.
anything you've checked.
Holy
Also,
crap.
I've been working on boosting my POW, so I'm gonna roll for that.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes, yes.
nice.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so how does that work
Boosting your
For-
POW.
or anything for
The
our
checks are
listeners
like
at home?
for our listeners at home, and not
Yeah.
Kenny.
And not
Not
me.
definitely not Kenny.
The checks work just like in Call of Cthulhu, where you want to roll above the number.
Yeah, you wanna fail.
Okay.
You want to fail, and if you do, it goes up D6, D10. I don't know.
I have to look it up because my brain always goes to Call of Cthulhu, which is D10.
Yes, which is D10.
So I will check the notes.
So in runes are the same way,
Same.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how are you boosting your POW?
So that you can do. I paid up already. You pay 500 lunars at a temple.
Wow.
Basically, you pay the priest to kind of do a a special test where you hold like two metal cylinders, one in each hand, and then they tell you how many thetans you have. And then no, not really. And then anyway, but then you there's this wacky formula where you take the maximum possible POW and the minimum possible, add those together, so it'd be 21.
Okay.
Then subtract your current POW from that. So I have a POW of 9.
Okay.
So that leaves a difference of 12, and then you multiply that by 5, and that's your chance. That's your chance of increasing it. So I have a 60% chance that I can increase it. Even then, it's a D3 minus 1. So if I roll a 1 on the D3, I get 0 POW for this whole
Holy
thing.
shit.
So,
Yeah.
That seems like a big investment.
Yeah.
it is a big investment. You can also, that's the only way you can increase POW. However, you can also increase your strength, con, dex, or charisma on your own.
Ooh.
And that doesn't cost you anything. And it's let's see here. I think it's automatic, isn't it? It takes
I'm
2
looking
full
at the training
seasons.
page,
Yeah, it takes 2 full seasons during which no other training or research can take place. And you still have to pay 500, but you don't have to roll. And then you roll a D3 minus 1 to bump it. Yeah.
Und how many fucking lunars do we get from all this stuff?
Yeah.
Did we get our
rich.
ransom? Did we get our
Yes.
ransom?
At this
payout?
point, you would have gotten your ransoms back, which again, you did basically tell young Kenneth that you would not be splitting.
Correct.
the
Yeah.
ransoms from the
He's too
Lunars.
young. We'll put it in a
Yeah.
savings account.
Go put it in a
Yeah.
trust.
So you were given 20 lunar apiece for doing the work for the
the
city,
job.
basically.
Right.
And then let me
Cheap.
go back to
20.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you got a lot more. It's 500 lunar apiece for the soldiers. And
More like it.
yeah. And I think we said that there were 2 of those.
Yeah.
So
Are you saying
1,000
500 apiece for us or 500
No, for per lunar that
per
you
lunar?
ransomed.
That's right.
So you have 1,000
Oh.
total to split amongst you for those
Oh.
2.
So that's 250 for.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh, geez.
Good
Okay.
thing. Good thing Samastina is the seduction side of Yurmal and not the con artist side of Yurmal.
That's right. Oh, hey, I am trying
No,
to.
wait. Serzene, you mean, right?
Yeah,
Serzene.
yeah.
What did I say?
You said
You said
Samastina.
Samastina.
Oh, whoops.
Everyone's getting the names confused all the time, it
Same,
seems.
I get it.
consonants.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Plus, we're
Just wanted to
practically the
clarify.
same.
We are.
So,
We're basically the same
Yeah,
Plus
plus
character.
you're
they're a
both from the
package
same
deal.
part of- yeah.
So-
Yeah.
All
We
us
share the same
Rolians
clothes.
look alike to me. I mean,
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's right.
And
Exactly.
also, just to confirm, because I know we got past it, it is 1d6 as the improvement in
1d6.
Glorantha.
thank
Oh,
you.
cool.
Thick.
Okay.
So I just increased. Oh my god! I just increased my Earth rune by 5.
Wow.
It's
Damn.
75 now.
You were
Nice.
so earthy.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
That's very cool.
Cool.
My
I'm gonna
charm went up. That's good.
Ooh. Starts
some
getting
fraternity
charming.
time.
Dude, it's now at a
Huh.
it's now at a rockin' 12. So
Yo.
look
Nice.
out.
I feel like
That's-
apropos of my little speech, I got to increasify my orate by
Yay.
6.
That's
Mm.
awesome. Yeah, that
Oh,
was a
there you
good
go.
speech
Worked
to
out.
get
Yeah, it
the
was good.
trolls out of their situation.
All of them,
Yeah.
yeah. All my other checks fell on their face. Didn't increase
Yeah.
anything else. But that one came through in a
Yeah.
big
Good.
way.
Yeah,
That
my
one.
rapier just increased.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Chaos.
That
built a
see,
little bit.
it's like it's all matching up with like what was significant throughout the game. Because
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
rapier, like
You
like-
skewered a scorpion man.
I
yeah.
did.
Your rapier.
Didn't you, like,
pretty gross.
stab him in a in the stinger or something like that, if I
Yeah.
recall correctly.
And
Like,
at one point stabbed him through 2 parts of a jointed leg, and then it was flailing around with the rapier wiggling
Yeah.
about everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I know
gross.
it was a starring role in something
was.
like that. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was pretty rad. And you got to hit with it so much. I was just like, that rapier is like badass because like the strike rank on it is so like low.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I was
Korsar just
quite
kicking things to
impressed.
death, like 500 attacks per round. So
Yeah.
If you Google bronze rapiers, they actually did have them in the Bronze Age. They're pretty impressive looking. They're just like
Wow.
basically long needles.
Yeah.
oh, that's so cool.
Ugh.
Pointy.
I can't imagine getting stabbed.
That would be bad.
Says the tattoo artist.
Different.
Oh man, this is what I've been doing to people. Shit,
Yeah.
I belong in here.
That's literally what it's like when I get tattooed. I'm like, oh, why do I do this to people?
I gotta stop.
Like
I gotta
people
stop
pay me
this.
to do this to them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Jokes on them.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
All right, here we go. 2 seasons and 500 lunars worth of investment. I have a
Come on,
60%
come on.
chance.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
God,
Right,
this
come
is
on,
not-
come
Yeah.
on. Here we go.
53.
Yes.
Wow.
All right.
Hey.
All right, now I
Wow.
just have to roll above a 2 on a d6.
Ooh,
Got this.
Oh no.
Use the dice tower. Believe.
All right, my POW went up by 1 point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
Hey, you know what though? That's pretty on track for increasing like a core stat to your character. You know?
Yeah.
Especially with so many
Absolutely.
games, it's like impossible to do that
Oh,
at
yeah.
all. Like this is
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think,
True,
you know, in
true.
line with like, yeah, like you said, how difficult it is to really make those kind of big changes.
Yeah.
Plus, in Glorantha, your core stat functionally is ×5. So
Right.
Yeah, oftentimes, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna start working on my con next. I think I can get that up.
Good idea.
So I had a question about that. Actually, you had gone over like some stats that you can raise
Hmm.
otherwise a moment ago, and I
Yes.
was like
Oh yeah.
rolling and looking
strength.
for checks and stuff like that. So I was half distracted. So I apologize. But what exactly was
So
that
it's
again?
POW and then strength, con, dex, and cha.
And chaw.
It is
Intelligence and
Con,
size
dex,
cannot
and
be
chaw.
increased through non-magical means, which I would disagree on the size part.
Yeah,
honestly.
size.
Yeah.
I think we can find a way. Like Samastina's doing it. So
She is.
The, well, they don't have fast
Get
food
pregnant.
in
yeah.
Yeah.
Glorantha, so you know.
No, they do. It's
No
delivered
Taco
by
Bell
Shadowcast.
in Glorantha.
One of my favorite little mechanical changes in Pendragon 6th edition is that in the past it was like, yeah, once you're 18 you can't increase your size anymore because you're fully grown. Well, now you can. It's just that you start getting fatter.
Yeah.
But you go through 3 levels of fat, and once you get to the 3rd level, you actually start earning glory because being fat in the Middle Ages was like a sign of your largesse and like, you're rich and
Literally.
you don't have to work,
Wow.
So it actually, kind of works
Damn.
out.
That night, I can finally be like Robert Baratheon, like just super fat. Like,
Right.
go get the breastplate
Breastplate
stretcher.
stretcher.
Yes. There are also rules for being too fat to ride your horse, though, so you have to watch out for that.
Thankfully for the horse.
We're gonna need a
Right?
bigger horse.
We're gonna need a bigger horse.
Some Clydesdales in there.
Here I can.
Well, the only thing that increased for me is my Earth rune, but that's okay. I mean,
think
considering it was a
that's-
70.
Yeah. Wait.
I
So what's
mean-
everyone's runes or elementals and stuff? So what's your elemental rune affinity? What are the ones that stand out? Because mine are air, earth, and water.
Mine are Moon and Earth.
Oh, that's right.
84, 75. Fertility and Harmony are both at 80.
The moon's way too high.
That moon is way
Um,
too damn high.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, you heard me.
First of all,
He said that.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
said.
Low key hate you.
Said what he
Yes.
said.
I chose violence this morning.
I know. It's fucking Crimson Bat my ass.
Yeah,
I
Crimson
chose
Bats
the
over there
Crimson
like.
Bat this morning.
Woke up and chose Crimson Bat. Holy
Mine
shit.
are air and boost and death.
Mm,
No,
Beast
yeah.
rune, way too high.
And
You're so
and
metal.
movement. And
Oh,
movement,
wait.
too.
Oh, okay. So you're including your power, your elemental and power together.
elemental
Mhm.
power, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And
What's
my
Kivra's?
runes are earth at 70.
Mine
and
too.
then air and water are both tied at 40.
Interesting.
I got just a pinch, like when you do the finishing salt over something like that. I've just
Yeah.
got
You salt
20
bait
darkness.
some other ones.
Just yeah.
Mm.
Just
That's
20
what I have.
darkness, just salt bait right there.
Yeah.
That's what I have in air 20.
Just to spice it up a little bit. Just to,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know, these
Interesting. All right.
Mhm.
like people who are like saying they don't have a darkness affinity are lying. Like there's two kinds of people in the world. Like people have at least a little bit of darkness, and then people who are kidding themselves. Just kidding.
People who've never played White Wolf, and then people with darkness affinity. Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, I think we're good to go.
Well, and then Santi, I
Has that
gave you
been-
those for reference. Feel free to retcon if you want to go back and have done those things. It's okay.
Well, because I had mentioned in a previous session that like every
Yeah.
morning I'm like doing my like
Yeah, you're going
you
on your
know,
constitutional.
doing my Wing
Oh,
Chun and
yeah.
I'm running
Oh.
around and all that. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
I
training.
gave you much
So I-
crap about it in the episode that just
Interesting.
came out. So yes,
You
please
did,
feel free.
yes.
Oh, good. Oh,
I have a
okay.
little box behind me where like my balls are thoroughly broken in. They're
Yeah.
just like
Mhm.
it looks like someone just jumped up and down on those old like Christmas ornaments that are made out of glassy palm trees and stuff. They're super
Yeah.
fragile.
Yeah.
So really just
I
Looks like
just
a pack of,
destroyed you.
she was breaking balls last time.
pack of crushed up Smarties.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I went up
Micro
there, I
wafers.
smashed them into dust and then snorted them in front of you. So I
Oh,
apologize.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I love that power
That's
move.
No, not at
Awesome.
all.
Yeah.
It's just you were like, I'm gonna leave the inn and go for a walk. I'm like, they're keeping you in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Can't go
But
out.
we
It was a
clarified you're
thing.
good.
You're
Yeah.
in Clarify, yeah. I worked out in the barnyard or
So
whatever.
you've been working on
Rocky-
increasing
Rocky
your
four.
Mm.
Four,
style?
yeah.
Hell
Four.
yeah.
your
Yeah.
constitution
style.
with that was the goal, I think, right?
I think
Because
so.
your
Yeah.
you and Korsar both had
Yeah.
some
Mhm.
sad cons.
Yeah, mine's
Hmm.
only 10, sadly.
My con's 14.
Well, good for you.
I'm a
Your
scrapper.
con is
Good
10.
for fucking you.
That's right.
My
Humble
Scott,
brag.
my con is 10. Jesus.
Yeah, that's how you didn't
What the
resist
hell?
that fertilization.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Wait. So Kiefer, your con is what? 10?
My con is 15.
Okay.
Oh, your
good.
con's
thank
great
God.
then.
You're fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
It's
God.
not terrible, but
It's
you
good.
know.
No, that's actually decent. I mean,
That's good.
Korsar's
Always
is
be-
10 and Samastina's are 10. Mine is 14. So I
Yeah.
think you're
Can
fine.
always-
Yeah, you're on the high side, but you're
Yeah.
still working on it because that's how you
Korsar
roll.
grew up in the San Fernando Valley in the 80s.
Okay, you know what? Don't have to be shady about that.
you can,
My lungs
you
are
can
like
always
raisins.
be thinner.
Lungs are like raisins.
Man, that's like, yeah, if you grew up in a city in California, you have asthma. Like,
You
Yeah,
have
period.
Welcome.
Seriously, when I moved from Santa Fe out to LA when I was like 9, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden, like all my classmates had like PE exemptions because they had asthma, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What the hell is going on around here?"
Yeah, I didn't have to run because
I don't want to even get into this. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's move on.
it's too real.
No, I
Too
just
real.
have things I don't feel like saying. Okay.
Okay.
So are we good to go? Are we
Yeah, I
good to
think
go?
folks can figure this out on the back.
Everyone's-
end if you're still
everyone's
working on it.
sorted
It's
out.
good. Yeah. So in the meantime, like all of this good press, basically, you've been doing amazing things because you're wonderful people
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
real life and in game.
Hmm.
And,
Debatable. Hmm.
you know, City Rex is happy to have you there, is basically
Yes.
begged you to stay for another season.
Mm.
And even the other folks in power, like Joe Myth, who was roused from
Mm.
breakfast to come in and deal with you for having broken jugs and things in your encounter with the trolls. He's put in a good word to make sure that you have everything you need to be a legitimate, functionally, I mean, he doesn't like using the term mercenary, but you are allowed to take jobs for pay from people even outside of the city leadership at this point. You're kind of an established crew here. And
Okay.
so it is storm season, as we have said. Disorder
Mhm.
week, the evening of Fire Day. The red half moon shines above, providing ample light on this evening. And in the last 5 days, as we kind of hinted at last time we gave a little preview, there have been 3 relatively small, but still fires in the city that have kind of gotten people on edge. Every time the fires are stopped before they spread to surrounding buildings, but there are a lot of rumors around it. A lot of people worrying that this is going to continue to get worse because it's been very consistent, like every other day there's been a fire. And now people are claiming to have seen people with torches running through the streets before the fires begin. You know, people are getting tense, starting to talk, and it's, you know, especially now that no one's had to worry about Lunars for a little bit. Now this is the new hotness, right?
Literally.
So you are passing through the South Market. You're on Scholar Street. If you need the map, I think it's still in the shared folder, but I will throw a link at you.
Got it.
You're so good. And you are noting, you know, you've probably been out maybe having a lovely dinner, maybe a cup of wine, maybe checking in on some things. I mean, you have to give something to Korsar to calm him down during storm season.
I was going to say, I think I started,
What is that?
2d6 bar brawls in the last 3 weeks.
Okay, so what?
Five bar brawls in the last 3 weeks. So,
What can we do to make that stop? Because that's annoying.
I don't know. I'm not the healer around here.
I'm not a healer. Issue.
I'm not the sexual healer around here.
I'm the sexual healer, but I'm
Wait, you had how many whats?
I've been getting drunk in taverns and starting brawls, basically.
How many whats?
I see.
Bar brawl, you know.
Bar brawl. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was some kind of, I don't know. I was like, oh, this is some kind of like Gloranthan, like
oh yes, Barbarol, the Gloranthan drug of choice.
Yeah, it's that blue stuff you put your combs in. And
there you go.
A little self-care. Getting drunk and quaffing himself.
So Korsar is all horned up.
Yes.
Right.
Wait, is he horned up or just violent up?
Well,
up.
horny for violence.
Yeah, that's the kind of horned up that Korsar gets. I mean, to be fair.
Yeah.
It was like me yesterday. So my favorite on me chain just opened here. And the day before it happened, randomly throughout the day, and Santi can attest to this, I would just scream, "Please sandwiches!" and like yell. I feel like that's what Korsar is like right now. It's like Storm's on and just kicking random people.
This is why people don't like having storm bowls in their cities, you know, unless they need them, you know. So yeah, I'm definitely making a nuisance of myself.
Is there like a violent prostitute that you could see to like just get into like? Could you want to fight with Marlique or like? Are there other trolls with us still? Kind of or no?
The trolls are not currently in Jonstown.
Boo! Oh damn!
That's probably for the best.
No, it's not. Speak for yourself. All right. So, but are there violence prostitutes that we can hook up?
Does Jonstown have a Weimar Berlin style prostitution scene? Where
there we go.
You know,
where you
it's a big enough city that it would have to, right?
I can find someone to like ride me like a horse, basically around.
That's right.
Yeah. Just get rid of that extra energy. Like, just start getting into brawls with you. So.
I'd like to be there just to
observe.
Observe. Make sure nothing funny is happening.
Yeah, it's very, very queer, very strange.
Yeah.
I
just sit in the corner,
just staring at people.
Eating your Taco Bell because you're just always hungry, right?
You gotta double, triple crunch wrap or whatever, grande crunch wrap, and you're just
half shade of a desk lamp with a fern next to it. Really creepy.
Just staring somebody riding Korsar as a horse. All right.
Yeah.
So
well, mostly reading my book, but yeah.
Should you just start a like open a not a dojo but like a
violence brothel?
A violence brothel.
It was established that Jonstown, based on our map, doesn't really have a strong Storm Bowl temple presence. So, I mean, maybe it's a good opportunity to think about like, what are things Stormbolt folks would need to blow off steam during storm season?
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's
Just
like
like
your
they just
version of a temple.
they need just like it's like an empty warehouse. It's full of like concrete blocks and stone and like, not that there's concrete
Yeah.
here, but
There's
like
one of those
stone and
plate
metal.
breaking rooms. where you
Yeah,
just throw
wood,
shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's like barrels and stuff, and people
So
just
I
throw
think
shit.
I think I'm pinballing between the Bull and Ram in the Merchant's Quarter, the Hot Rooster in the Crafter's Quarter, and the Red
Oh.
Harlot in the Scholar's Quarter.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
So
Okay.
those are
So
my
you're just-
three bars.
those are your
of choice.
haunts.
Yeah,
If they
those are my
can't
Oh,
find you,
man.
they know to check those
The
three
haunts.
places.
one of those
Yeah.
three. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Are you just
And you're
starting
just-
fights?
Yeah, like I imagine he's like Begbie in fucking Train Spotting, where he is just
Okay.
Disarms
Yeah.
himself and just starts a fight.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Throws himself into it.
All right.
I mean,
fine.
I
I don't know,
have.
maybe you're pulling Korsar back from one of these normal.
Yeah, I got
fights.
thrown out of the Red Harlot in the Scholar's
Yeah,
Quarter.
so you're heading
Um,
back to the Bull and Ram. You're kind
Yeah,
of
so-
de facto
oh.
headquarters.
yeah,
So
yeah.
could we maybe be on shifts to like take care of Korsar like throughout the storm
That
season?
makes
So like
sense. Yeah.
so like every 12 hours somebody's like watching him, so that, or every
Yeah.
I don't know what,
Keeper's taking him for a run every morning.
8
and stuff
hours.
like that. Like-
yeah, we just have to make sure that he kind
Yeah.
of like lets off some steam.
Take me to the Stormbolt Park.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wander around for a
exactly.
little
Run around with the other
Stormbolt
Stormbolts.
Park.
Sniff other Stormbolts.
Yeah. So- Somebody
could
get
help out in
Korsar's
that
harness.
You're like, hey, your Stormbolt's berserking. Get him on a leash.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, I need to get him like a weighted vest, you know.
Hey, get your Stormbolt off my Stormbolt.
I can
No, I
help
think-
out in that regard, but if I went with on like I mean, I love fighting too, so I mean,
Oh,
I would
that's
just,
true. That's
like,
kinda
I
Keeper's
would
thing.
be fuel to the fire. If
yeah.
that was the
I mean,
Keeper's a
I
bad
think
influence.
if we've been doing some
Big
patrols,
time.
maybe in the countryside,
Yeah.
just out looking for
That's part of it.
looking for
Using
trouble.
using your powers for legit purposes, like
Uh-huh.
funneling into legitness.
But
And then
since it's storm season, there's going to be days where it's like it's just the weather's like there's a blizzard or whatever. It's like you guys just stay in, and that's when I really go nuts. So
oh great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon
I'll
as you
get 'em
hear that
drunk.
first crack of lightning, you're like, oh no, it's gonna be
Yeah.
one of those days.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's anything I could do about that.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't want to like calm
Well,
you down.
No, I
want you to-
have
No.
I have a loyalty passion to you. I have
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
loyalty
that's right, that's
Samastina
right.
passion. So
Yeah, you just
Oh.
have to use mom voice on him a little.
Yeah.
not
Sorry.
to make you do the emotional labor here, but
Yeah. Well, I'll wait to exploit that for the right moment. But
Okay.
But I'm
Otherwise,
happy
you need
to-
to be resting. You need to be resting.
exactly. I'm
True.
happy to let you like, like you said, pinball around town
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
fuck up everybody's furniture.
Yeah.
Until it's like until people are like, hey, that group of people, you need to get them under control. Like until we've worn out our welcome,
Right.
right.
And then it's gonna be like, all right, we need to calm down and
Yeah.
get Stormbull in some training classes.
Unfortunately, they opened an IKEA in Jonstown a few years ago, so now all the furniture is just like crap. It's all like pressboard. So
Oh my
just
God.
really go through that shit. real
First
fast.
of all,
I think just based on location, I think it makes sense that you are pulling Korsar and maybe Kiva as well out of the Hot Rooster, because that would place you in this South Market area.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, you
Okay.
went a looking, found
Yeah.
them, causing
Yeah.
trouble as usual.
Like, really?
In the Hot
Yeah.
Rooster. That old hot cock. And
Yes. Yes.
yep.
Oh yeah.
Always.
And now you're heading down back towards probably Bull and Ram or wherever you've decided. If you want a more permanent spot, since you're kind of establishing that's sort of your headquarters, that's cool too. But yeah, so you're heading through, kind of passing by the Langkormai Knowledge Temple, and then suddenly you smell smoke in the air.
Ooh.
What would you
Alright.
like to do?
All right. I'd like to think that I was pulling them like by their ears, Three
Oh,
Stooges
yeah.
styles out of the inn. And then walking down the street, and then we smell smoke. So I want to go in the direction of the smoke, and I'll say, "Do you smell that?" To Korsar and Kivra. Semastina, you're with us? Or are you just hanging?
I don't think I'm with you guys. I think
Okay.
I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm probably staying at the hotel.
Bull and Ram.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just
Um,
gonna take a look.
Pickles
Yeah,
and potting
matching
soil
quarter.
and whatnot.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
So heading into the direct, what
Is,
do you
is
you all
this
smell
is
that?
this a heavy smell of smoke? Like,
It's very light to the point where you'd probably, if you want to see if you smell the smoke, make a scan roll. But I'd also
Okay.
take a listen if you're just like keeping an ear out for maybe if you hear any strange things going on. But scan or
Yeah.
listen to kind of pick
Oh.
up on what
I rolled a 0-3
Serzene's
on
laying
my
down.
scan.
Oh,
so-
Ooh,
oh.
I rolled a
Yeah.
73 on my scan.
wow.
Missed it by
Mm.
that much.
70 points.
My nose is still a little like croggled from the last time it got punched, so I like just snapped
Yeah.
it back in, so it's a little stuffed up. So actually,
True.
I'm not really
Yeah.
picking up on that. I think
Okay.
is what's happening.
All right.
Whereas I
Do you
am
smell that? Do I
hyper
smell
tuned
wood?
Wood.
I don't smell anything.
Yeah, so I think Korsar, you're definitely able, pretty much as soon as Serzene mentions it, you see that clear trail of smoke rising above the line of the buildings from a street not far from where you are right now.
All right, so there's trouble afoot. So I'm gonna take off right away. Since I have
All
that
right, I'll follow
75
him because I
have
know
that
if he's
75
running,
movement rune.
yeah, if he's running, that's the direction to go.
Mhm.
Mhm.
All right, so you are able to follow your nose and your eyes, basically, to the source of the smoke. You head around a corner and you see a 2-story building that is aflame. It's a little way down Potter Street in that South Market area. And there are flames like roaring out from the front door. You can see like a crowd of people standing nearby, like watching and like, whispering to each other about what must be going on. And some people are calling out for help. Some are running to get guards. And a large group of them are surrounding a woman who's sitting on the ground, coughing and crying, seemingly having been affected by the smoke, perhaps more directly.
Hmm. And what kind of building is it that's on fire?
It appears to be a residential building.
Pretty well engulfed at this point.
Mhm. It's it is significant fire. It has not spread to other buildings at this point, but this building is definitely quite aflame here. I think I can grab. Will this work?
How have they been putting out the fires? Like, would we know how they
Yeah.
do that?
I was gonna ask that. Are there like competing fireman factions? Like early 1900s in New York?
No, that good question. The ones that they've been able to stop so far, they catch early enough that basically the work of many hands, grabbing, water and things to throw on it, plus people with elemental rune magic summoning elementals to assist,
Okay.
things like that. But yeah, it's definitely usually kind of a mixture of just coordinating the efforts of many hands and magic.
All right.
So I'll just, address the nearest person and just say, what goes on here? You there, citizen.
Oh, obviously it's those arsonists, whoever's been doing this, set poor Arena's house on fire.
Yes, these fires, indeed.
And yeah, gesturing over to Arena, the woman seems quite having difficulty catching her breath and tears streaking the soot on her face.
Yeah, so I'll go to her and just be like, what happened?
You think that before she would be able to respond to you well, she would probably need some medical assistance, perhaps some first aid to stabilize her from the kind of coughing, crying, panic attack she seems to be in.
Not really. I mean, I have like a 15.
Yeah,
I don't know.
20.
I don't know why my farm is 35.
Because we all get a certain amount of,
Yeah,
cultural
'cause
osmosis.
You're from a lovely, lush area. It's just
Right.
a thing you know.
Yeah, I wish I had better first aid.
Do you have the heal spell? Spirit magic?
No, I'm not about any of that.
That's just Samastina like soaking her feet at the hotel.
We're glad nobody needs my skills or abilities.
Yeah, it's really good.
You could try an intimidate roll, maybe. Stop whining. You lack discipline.
Snap
Out of it. Stop it.
You could use intimidation to try to get people to actually help instead of gawking at the fire.
Oh, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
people
I
are
would
just standing
definitely
right now, doing
back
nothing.
off, give her some space.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
anyone help this woman? What's wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'd be into
something like
that.
Yeah, do it up.
Yeah, go for it.
No.
Me?
Me? You?
Whoever wants.
You?
You can all respond however you like to the situation.
I'm
But you
just
know
trying
that the
to
woman's
see.
likely not going to
Sometime.
respond until she gets some help.
All right, since I'm all about the movement rune this session, since I just remembered I had a 75 in it, I'm going to invoke that, to get people moving. Everything's
Yeah,
very
no, that makes
stasis
sense.
right now, right?
Yeah.
So
You're not about
Invoke.
stasis, that's for sure.
not about the stasis. I rolled a 10 against a 75.
Oh, dang.
Whoa.
That's
all
a
right.
special, I would
Special is
imagine,
plus
right?
30.
Plus 30 to my intimidation. All right. Yeah, come on, man. It's storm season. It's like, let's get moving. Come on.
Yeah, there's been a lot of commands this season.
Yeah.
The OG motivation.
A lot of
speech.
get to the brothel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could get to the brothel. All right. So I rolled a 31 on 70. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, you are definitely, let me roll a quick d6 here. You're definitely motivating some people to really get their move on to start helping out. So people are grabbing jugs, they're going over to water basins. You see someone run to the nearest gate there at South Gate to see if they can find some guards to assist. And yeah, people are starting to move. As this fire continues to rage, it's getting large enough that perhaps from other parts of town you may be aware of such things. Celestina, if you'd like, you can make a scan roll to see if you're noticing anything. I know it's not your not your big one.
It's not. It's
But
not.
I'd also be okay
But
with the listen if listen is better to see if other people are talking about what they notice.
They're all 25, but I rolled a 15.
Yay! Woohoo!
So yeah,
Hey,
you know,
Gods have deigned it.
from where you are relaxing,
Yeah.
you get like kind of a brief whiff of smoke. You're like, are they burning something in the kitchen? And then, yeah, you hear people start being like, oh, like there's a fire down in South Market, like the arsonists strike again and things like that. So you're hearing people starting to.
I put my coat on and I said, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and then I start heading that direction.
Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of you are starting to get people moving. So Korsar is definitely getting the crowd motivated. Kivra, what are you doing?
I think I'd actually seeing that Korsar has that handled, you know what I mean? That just leapt into the like, back up, give her some space, and you call 911, and you bring me the AED off the wall in the inn, and all that. Like I think I would actually like kneel down next to her and like help her sit up and see if I can. I don't know. I'll try and render some first aid. Fuck it. Like,
do it.
What's the worst that could happen? Right?
It's my job to joke to you.
Actually, I think if I recall correctly, Kivra, you have the heal spell as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't you?
I believe you do.
I have blade sharp disruption. I have vigor.
Oh, yes, vigor.
I have
Okay.
vigor. So yes, that's true. That is on page 267.
267 using your Raymond Holt / Hugo voice.
Yeah, it's Hugo.
Adds 3 points to the con of the target, increases target's hit points by 3, and adds +1 hit point to each hit location.
There we go. Okay, yeah. So instead of first aid, I can see if
I mean,
can...
if you wanted to get magically, but if you'd like to roll a skill, first aid is an appropriate one.
I mean, I already only have 3 magic points left. I might as well use 2 to.
Well, so at this point, we have had enough downtime for magic points. You can get those back because that's just
nice.
resting. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So I'm back up to 12. So yeah, I'll actually go to 10. Why not?
Okay.
I like the idea of, well, I think I'll just do first aid, actually. No,
All right.
Cool.
Sorry.
All right.
Like, you see all the equations flying past. Just
Start with first aid. Go from there if you need to. You're good.
Yeah.
That's a good strategy.
All right. Failed it by 1.
Oh.
Failed it by 1. Rolled a 21 over 20. But I mean, I can at least try to there.
Yeah, it's obvious you're attempting to tend to her at this point, although you've not been able to kind of rouse her out of her panic smoke inhalation state yet. But you're working on it. And
I'm
she's
trying.
definitely not crowded at this point. And then
Maybe,
Serzene, what would you like to be doing?
I guess I'm feeling super suspicious of like who caused this fire, like who's starting these. And sometimes I think that people who do stuff like this, that they want to like, they may be around, like people come back to the scene of the crime, you know?
Right.
So I want to like kind of look at the crowd that's gathering to see if anybody looks super suspicious.
Yeah. Do you want to do a scan roll for that, or what skill do you think would best serve you?
Well, I think scan would probably be best because based on everything I have here, and I hate chaos. This is chaotic, and these fires are super chaotic. So I want to just use that, I think, to impassion the scan. I'm going to do that. I'm going to attempt to impassion. I make it with a 3.
Whoa.
So that's nice with the chaos there. So plus 20 to my scan.
Plus 30.
Yeah,
plus 30 to my scan.
So low, yeah.
Cool. So 55. So we'll see what's up here. 32.
All right.
Yes. All right. So I'm looking at the crowd and like seeing, like I back off from where I was like trying to talk to this obviously traumatized victim. And then I'm going to just back away from her as Kivra takes that over. And then I'm going to just look at this, instead of looking at the fire, I'm looking at the crowd, and I'm looking just around that whole little area there.
Yeah. I think you would, scanning the crowd especially as some of them start to really spread out a little bit more as Korsar gets them moving. You do note one of them who seems less looking at it in awe and suspicion, and instead seems to be looking at it with quite, a serious sort of seeing what's progressing sort of look. And he's a bit far from you, but it's a male figure. You can tell that he has a rune tattooed on his face, but you're a little far to see exactly which one it is. And yeah, but you kind of spot him. He stands out to you.
Okay. Can I like kind of stealthily get closer? Try to get closer.
Can you? Could you roll a little stealthily moving thing for me?
Will. Let's see here. I have moved quietly. So
okay. No, I think that's good.
That's a 1, baby.
Woo!
Whoa, ho, ho, ho.
All right.
Hacha.
Ha-cha-cha-cha.
That's right.
All
right.
Yeah. As you get closer, you see that this man has a scar on his cheek, and over that scar is tattooed the moon rune.
Oh, son of a bitch. Sorry, everybody. I'm so upsetting.
My baby
Very
daddy.
upsetting. What? No!
And thus it is revealed.
No! Because the light of the flames flickering across his face.
Mhm.
I know that's Samastina's baby daddy.
With like embers flying in front of him.
Yep.
Like
Oh my
Castlevania style.
god. Okay, how tall? How big is this guy? Like
I
how?
can tell you.
Okay.
Grab his
Moon
inheritance.
rune.
Yeah.
So just he has like the circle with the line, vertical
Mhm.
line.
I can show
straight.
you what he looks like. Do you want to see what he looks like?
Yes.
I'd
Here, I'll
rather
put it
not.
in Discord. 'Cause I
rather
know y'all like
Yeah.
Discord better there.
I was gonna say.
Please.
Oh, so the circle is around the scar to make
Yeah.
the moon rune.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
more. That's more doable.
That's more.
Oh.
That's more dope.
Oh yeah,
$300,
that's an
buddy.
easy one.
300
What's with the
lunars.
handlebar mustache?
Oh yeah, he's
know.
sexy as all hell. Look at
Yeah, he's very dashing.
Yeah.
But to better answer
I'm on to him.
your question, let's see. He has stats, I'm sure. Yes.
He's not very secretive about his moon loving, is he?
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
people
look at-
who are very attuned to certain runes are not
just-
typically secret about them.
Wow, they just go all out.
Yeah,
Um,
the longer you look, the more you see.
Yeah.
You try and count them all. It's like a contest.
Yeah, look at all
But he's got a
these.
bunch of crosses. What are those?
So you can, I mean,
Uh,
if you need your sheet,
Death?
usually has a
Crosses
happy,
are the death rune.
handy
Fistful.
guide
Mhm.
to. I know he seems very suspicious, doesn't he?
Super sus.
What can I say? I like him.
Shut it. I'm not. I am not. I don't approve of this narrative. I do not
This
approve of this
narrative.
storyline. Let's change the script.
Audiences are not responding well to this.
I know.
Focus groups.
Focus
No.
groups,
Scan
yeah.
well. of
They
this
don't
focus
agree.
group.
The engagement's gonna skyrocket though.
Yeah, all the hate clicks.
All right. Okay, so he's basically he looks like he's fairly substantial, unless he's like, am I taller than him is my question.
I mean, you're taller than most people, I feel like.
That's true.
So I think
Yeah, my size is
you-
17. So
Oh yeah. Let me see if there anybody in this whole adventure is as big as you. No. You're bigger than everyone. I mean,
okay, cool.
yeah.
Good. Excellent.
Yep.
So I'm can I basically, based on how well I did with my stealthy stealth,
Mhm.
can I like come up behind him and like let me do some little grappling maybe?
What?
I'm gonna grapple him.
You're just gonna attack this guy?
I'm gonna
randomly?
pull his arm so that he can't move.
This is profiling.
Excuse
I
me.
know.
You know
Like,
what?
ooh,
You know,
this moon-
Celestina,
this moon
you need to
fancy.
pick what side you're on. You need to
Oh
pick
my god.
the side that you're on. If you're gonna go full on dark side, just fucking do it already and break my
Look,
heart. Get it
My
over with.
moon is 84.
Why?
That's wild. Is
That
that
is
the highest
so
rune of
weird.
anybody's? Does anyone have 84 above in any of their runes?
Yes. Actually,
Yeah,
my
Serzene's fertility. I
my
think,
fertility is
yeah.
85.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So I would like this is a complete outrage. I think we're in denial about Celestina's moon
Oh
runeness.
my god.
And we're just like not into it.
I try not to think about it.
I do too.
Oh my god. We've gotten this whole adventure.
And all your history before, the
And
battles
now.
you've been through together.
Means
know.
nothing now.
Oh my god, I know. Just because
Meaningless.
I have a strong affinity with the moon.
Well, the moon isn't the same as you think.
Because I have a
not-
strong affinity with the demon moon of chaos.
Just
Like,
because I
judge me.
accept that chaos is part of life. You know, it's part
Weird.
of the
Yeah.
cosmic balance.
Just
All right,
go
all
with the flow, you know?
Yeah.
So I would like to grapple this dude and just see like if I can like get him either maybe like stick a rapier in his back a little, like, hey,
Right through the kidney. Just
like who the hell are you?
A
Not
little
stick,
skewering.
just
yeah.
a light skewering
Yeah.
would be good.
All right. I'll say,
Uh,
like, while you're moving up to get into position to do this, because you're really
Yeah.
moving slow as to not
Yes.
attract his attention.
Right.
That will give our other folk on the ground
Yeah.
time to do another action.
Yeah.
And then Samasina will arrive
Yeah.
from the other side of town.
I'm just letting you know what I want to do.
yeah, no, I love
Yeah.
it. Your
Okay.
intentions are important to me.
Okay. All right. Good.
All right. So Korsar and Kibra, what are you going to attempt to do this round of action?
Do I need to be like focusing on the fire brigade thing? Like just kind of
If you
getting
want to
that-
continue to do that, you can
Yeah.
see that those you have roused so far have seemed to somewhat reduce the billowing of the flame, but the fire still rages.
Yeah.
So you can work on that, or you can turn your attention elsewhere.
Can I call up a gigantic gust of wind to spread the fire even further?
Yes.
No.
Yes. I mean, no.
I mean, you can.
Nobody's
I'll just be
stopping you.
I'll be keeping an eye on Kivra and sort of positioning myself so I can hear what this woman has to say.
Okay.
Kivra's talking to her.
Right, Kibra.
I think that maybe it's less physical and more psychological. She's just really freaked out. So I'm gonna try and help her calm down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And not with the tried and true tactic of like telling her to calm down, because
Right. That
always
works really well.
That's
Mhm.
so effective.
Mhm.
Like
Relax.
right.
Why are you crying?
Smack her across the face.
Calm down.
But to be more comforting and that
Yes.
sort of thing. So if I'm
Nice.
kneeling next to her, if I'm down on one knee next to her, then my other leg is up and I kind of create like a backrest for her and stuff like that. And then I have
Mhm.
one arm like around her and stuff like that. I'm gonna maybe try and help her get control of her breathing. I can talk to her to like, reassure her that she's safe, she's fine, you're
Mhm.
safe now, you could breathe with me, that sort of thing.
Sure.
I don't know what skill that would reflect to, but I'm open to suggestion.
Yeah. I'm thinking that
that.
might be.
Communication, I was saying.
It would be a
I was thinking it'd
communication
be
thing.
under communication. I don't know if it'd be charm, maybe,
Could be
or
charm.
fast talk. I don't know what that would.
Yeah, I think to me it
fall
bounces
under.
between those two. Let me
Yeah.
see
Not
here.
like
I think both are,
sealed.
I mean, justifiable. It would just be in your
Oh.
approach, right? But
Insight could also work. That's
Oh,
under
yeah.
Insight,
perception.
yeah.
Just to try
it's
to
like how
communicate with
you're
her.
reading her to get her to
Mhm.
calm down.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if it's insight, I'm completely boned because I have like
Oh.
0 insight.
Oh, Jesus.
Like
Mhm.
100%.
All right,
So
Well,
you probably
maybe
wouldn't
not
go
that.
that route. Then.
Wait, no, don't you have
actually,
20?
Okay, I'm looking at the wrong insight. Sorry.
Okay. I was
Oh,
gonna
oh,
say.
Insight
Same
own
species.
species
Yeah.
I have.
Right.
Okay, yeah. I was
Yeah.
wrong.
Are
Yeah,
you
we could.
crying?
Yeah, you're just hecka speciesist, but for humans, you got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of going with insight because that seems kind of parallel to empathy. Like
Yeah.
sort
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
in this
100%.
instance. Okay, so
Just
let's
need a 19.
see.
Do
I
you
have
want to,
no idea
before you
what
roll,
upsets a duck.
are you doing
Yes,
it
I
raw?
do. No.
Yeah.
No. I always forget
Raw.
to like buff things. I have like no
Right.
checks in any of my rooms. I'm just constantly forgetting to
Mhm.
use them.
Wait,
And for this one, just keep in mind, because you're in your homeland, you can do your loyalties and stuff like that too as augments. So don't forget about that. Like you don't have to go runes all the time. You can use other stuff. Get
So-
creative.
Okay.
and
Yeah.
what was
Yeah.
what was the rule or general consensus on empowering things?
If you're asking this to empower your moon rune, the answer is immediately no, and you get no information from any of it.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Jesus. Just because
Kenny, this means you have arrived. That's all. I'm just
okay,
saying.
look, just because I seek spiritual liberation and you guys want to live in fear and ignorance, that's
Yeah.
fine. But I am asking mechanically, what's
Yes.
this?
Only
Yes.
only one ability can augment another for any given role. So you can only use like a rune to augment a skill or a skill. Like you can't like stack
But-
them basically.
But you
Yeah.
can't but you don't want to augment every role or whatever, right? Like you can't
No.
do that. Can't just like augment everything.
It has to be
willy-nilly.
justifiable. Like
Right.
Yeah,
it would have to be like, remember, you're doing this because of how strongly your character actually feels about something or doing something.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you could, but remember, just like in Pendragon, there is always the risk when you fail that
Yeah.
role of things going the other way. So, you know,
Right,
it's, you know,
right. Yeah, so like for instance, like when I was super like I was hating this fire, like the fire is chaos and I hate that. So it was really inspiring me to be like, who the fuck did this? We need to find out now. And so that's why I was like, let's use hate chaos to basically boost my scan skill to see who the
Okay.
hell did this or who's responsible or who's connected. So
Especially since
Okay.
it's dark season and this is,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
classes abroad. Also, this is interesting, just a note for future application for everybody. An adventurer can even augment the casting chance of a spell through ritual practices or abilities such as dance, sing, meditation, etc. So if you're like
Ooh.
casting your spell by
Oh.
dancing, you can
Mhm.
roll dance, give yourself a +20 to that POW ×5 roll, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
There you go.
That is awesome.
that is
I'm
very
Yeah,
cool.
once various like lockdowns and stuff lift, I mean, just IRL side note, yeah, I'm definitely gonna take some like hip hop classes, some little dance, pop punk stuff.
So you
It's
can
gonna be
cast your
awesome.
spells more effectively.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I can
It's important.
cast my seduce spell more effectively.
That'll work.
I would like to see if I can boost this roll with my earth rune, because I'm kind of in a motherly sort of comforting
Mhm.
kind of restorative earth mother type of thing that I'm doing
Yeah.
here.
Which
So
is
let's
in
see.
line with, well, I mean, less your specific deity, but your family of deities for sure. Yes. No, I
Right.
think I like that justification.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, cool. 32 under 70. So
Okay.
I
So
think
that adds
will-
20 to what you're
that'll
trying to do.
And I'm trying to do insight, so just have to get below 50. Sweet. So made it by
Yay.
2 points.
All right.
After 2 classes.
That's just how
I'm
I
sorry.
picture like augmenting a skill with dance.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
All
Wait till
right.
you see me after 3 classes.
So she's definitely still coughing. Her voice is raspy, but it's obvious the tears, like you said, are because of something else that's going on. And after you help her to kind of control her breathing a bit more, she looks up at you and she says, my son, Markal, he's still inside. Which Korsar, you did specify you were close enough to listen, so you would hear
Well,
this.
I even almost said something like, I'm gonna keep an ear open for like a cat yowling inside the house. Or whatever.
Oh, a cat.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
cats only.
Only
Yeah.
cats
Oh
only.
man.
All right. Well, again, all about the movement rune right now. So
Yep.
I'm just gonna like I don't even hesitate, just running into that building.
Holy crap.
Oh.
What does it take for me to avoid looking at the flames and looking back at her all wide-eyed and saying, oh, he dead.
He dead.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she
I
just
am-
starts sobbing at this point
I
after
am-
she says this to you.
I am going to
Just
cast protection.
Keep
though.
comforting.
I'm gonna cast
comforting.
protection on myself. Here.
Sure.
So, 4 points. So it'll give me +4 AP.
Okay.
Which is good. So
That's
I
always
just
nice.
ooh, all right. So speaking of augmenting a spell casting, is there anything I can do for that? I wonder. Maybe my fire rune, fight fire with
Ooh.
fire. Right?
Yeah, where you're like,
Okay.
that it not engulf you as part of your mission. Yeah.
Exactly. I respect the fire,
Yeah.
and therefore I will not be consumed by
You will
the
be
fire.
one with the fire, but
I'll be
hopefully
one
not in a
with the
dead
fire.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 38 against 50. That gives me +20 with my newly
Yes.
boosted POW too.
Ooh.
So I have a 70% chance here.
Come on.
27. All
Yeah.
right.
There you go.
Wow. Are you going to celebrate the fact that you're rolling so nicely?
I really should, honestly. This is pretty
Okay.
good.
Good.
All right, so that's 4 magic points, 4 points of AP, Protect. So yeah,
All right.
I'm running into the building.
Samastina, you round the corner, you see the burning building, and then immediately, because you have this connection with them despite their latent hatred of your mooniness, you see, well, 2, you actually, I think at this point you would notice Kivra is with a soot-covered woman kind of in the street, and you see Korsar just starting to run toward the burning building. You do not see Serzene.
Okay, so
You're like, fucking storm season.
I know it's fucking storm season. Of course.
It must be storm season.
Yeah. So I check my calendar and then I run to the soot covered lady and Kivra. I get down and I'm running, but like, dude, I'm a pregnant woman.
Right.
I'm very pregnant.
Yeah.
So I kind of waddle over quickly.
Mhm.
And yeah, I like kneel down and I'm like, and I like, I kneel down
Yeah.
to Kivra and like put my hand on Kivra's shoulder and I'm like, what is happening? Why are you in charge of this?
The shade of it all.
First of all, I'll thank the gods that you're here.
Oh, so sweet and generous.
I know.
And,
We
Yeah,
don't
check
deserve
you're
that,
generous.
Kivra. Check
Nope.
you're generous.
Yeah, seriously.
so right, like as soon as I see Sam Mestina, I'll be like, oh, thank fuck, I'm like out of my depth here, but I'm doing my best. And so when you're like, I need a status report, like sit rep stat, she
Right,
runs
yeah.
up, right? And I'm like, well, this lady is in some distress. She's freaked out because her son's still in the building. I am trying to help her out because Serzene like basically like ninja dust and like disappeared and I haven't seen her since. Korsar just like immediately went on crowd control. Like I would like had like, I had my index finger like half erect and Korsar was already like, everybody move. Like, and so I was just like, well, sir, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna see to the lady. It's
Okay,
like, what
can
else are
you-
gonna
Do you need to help Korsar?
Korsar is running into the burning building on his own just fine.
Okay,
I will
good.
take over. I'll take over crowd control since he like
There we
bolted
go.
in there.
Yeah,
Is
take
what I
over
think.
crowd control, and
Yeah.
if you can, try to find Serzene. And I'm gonna look down at this lady who clearly needs some medical attention, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
start administering that as and also asking Kivra, like, is there anybody else that needs me right now?
I don't think so. I think that
Okay.
this lady is she's like everyone else was kind of crowding around or milling around until Korsar organized them. So
Of course.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, go
So
do
I'll try to
that.
take
I'll take
over
care of
that.
this. Anybody else that gets hurt, just bring them to me, or give me a few moments and I'll come to them if
Okay.
I need it.
I'll offer to you also if you need any supplies, just to shout for me and I'll bring them to you post haste. So if you
Preach.
need any towels or wet rags or boiling water or I don't fucking know. Any of that medical
Yeah.
tent stuff, shout and I will procure it.
Thank you,
Alright.
Kivra. And I like put my hand on your shoulder, and I'm like, in like a good job. And now I'm like pushing you away to go do things, so I
Good
can
job
get
now.
so I can get
Back off.
working. Yeah.
Awesome.
Get out of my face, please.
Okay, so I guess for this, I would probably empower Earth.
Hmm.
Is that right?
That's a good one.
Mhm,
That's fair.
mhm.
For doing
Okay.
some healing.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's see what I get. Oh my god. It was a 99.
Oh no.
So I want to say a few things about Demiplane's dice roller.
And
I know, right?
and I also want to
Golly.
say a couple things about Kenny's moon rune. And
Uh,
Kenny, this is now your moon rune. It is not your character's moon rune.
yeah.
Okay,
But
good.
I'm detecting some sabotage here. I'm detecting some
Sabotage.
strange intrigue,
Mm.
some weird little machination. No, I'm kidding.
So what happens if what's the adverse effect of me not
Ooh.
being able to channel my moon rune
I
or
love this.
fumbling it?
Oh man.
So yeah,
this is
so a
bad.
fumble places the adventurer in a
distraught, psychic turmoil sort of state.
Ooh.
So let's see. You did it with a rune. You cannot use that rune. That rune's magic, or even act in its accordance. Roll on the psychic turmoil table to determine the duration.
Yay.
Nice.
What's the
Psychic
dice?
turmoil.
What's the dice?
It's probably D100 because almost all the tables are, but let's
Psychic
Let's go.
turmoil.
psychic
I know.
turmoil.
I'm
Things
here
you
for
don't
this.
think you'll have to. Okay, 229. Okay, it's 1d10 actually.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay.
For this first bit.
How do I unselect dice?
Just
Oh,
roll them
God.
all and then come back and try again. It's fine.
Okay, you just exit out. Okay, boom. D10. I got a 7. Zeben.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 4d10, please.
Whoa.
This is
Something like that. Wait, hold on. Let me redo that. There we go. 8, 10, 6, and 7.
All right, so 31. So this will last for 41 rounds.
what?
Start counting.
41?
Hey,
To
it
be
could have
fair,
it could have been one.
if you had rolled higher,
days.
it could have lasted
Yeah.
days. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god.
this is good. It will just probably last through most of this encounter.
Great, good.
Okay.
Yes. So let's
So-
see.
Okay, so I can't act in accordance with it. So I can't be pragmatic, prudent, worldly, or sensual.
Right.
That's right. Tell them
Okay.
the really good part. Tell them the other part.
Oh, yeah.
But
what's the
there's
other part?
more. There's more.
Yeah, yeah.
But wait,
Look.
there's more.
Yeah.
It says on a fumble, the adventurer immediately loses 1d10 percentage
Yep.
from the rune.
Yep.
Whoa.
So you're trying to use your earth rune, right?
I am.
Yeah. Ooh,
Damn.
7. Ooh.
Ouch.
Oh,
Wait.
painful.
So do I lose 7 points or 7%?
7 points.
Oh, okay.
Percentage points. Yeah.
Yeah.
From my earth rune? Good
Yep.
thing I just powered that up by 5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
A little bit
Yeah.
of buffer there, but yeah. So you lose your
Golly.
pragmatism,
Oh.
your groundedness,
Whoa.
you're
Oh my god.
gonna fit another one of
wondering-
these fires, another person hurt needlessly,
Yeah, yeah.
Korsar running into the flames. You're
I'm just-
losing it.
I'm just gonna say it. This
Oh.
is only making me more in tune with my moon rune.
I know.
Oh my
I know.
God.
This
That's
is why it's
driving you
upsetting.
closer to moon
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
upsetting.
All right.
I don't like this.
Closer to moon every day.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You look off to the distant red moon in the sky and go,
Yeah.
"Oh, moon goddess, help me!"
Exactly.
Oh, moon,
Yeah,
the color
I'm-
of these flames.
So
Yeah,
I'm
Help
totally,
us now in our time of need.
No.
So I'm totally
Quiet you.
shook. Yeah, I'm totally
Oh my
shook.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of this goes out. I'm trying to connect with the earth, and it's just like totally giving me like the wrong vibes. I feel like the earth hates me right now. Everything is going wrong.
Yeah.
But I am still, well, can I still try my first aid? Is that still doable?
According to the Runequest wiki, you can, but you have to subtract 50 from the desired ability for the roll.
What?
Ugh.
Ooh.
Damn.
All right, well, I'm gonna fucking try, dude.
Oh,
I still succeed. So
Aw, yeah.
But so check this out. So my first aid is 90, my minus 50 is 40, and I rolled a 39.
yeah.
Yay.
Clutch.
Holy
Love it.
shit. Yeah. So I really do persevere, and it takes every ounce of me to focus on this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And I'm losing my mind. I'm
Yeah.
losing my mind.
As you're
I'm waiting on
tending-
I'm
Yeah.
waiting on these test results too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
Oh,
was gonna
shit.
say, does
my
psychic
mind.
turmoil have a physical? Can it have a physical effect on your con
I
somehow?
know. Is my baby kicking?
Yeah,
Well,
the
I think
baby's
that's
not
a big
happy.
part of like what's going on right now. Obviously, like you said, nothing's going the right way. You
Yeah.
are, especially even just trying to kneel down to tend to this woman. The one thing that you really do, right? This is part of your whole thing. It's difficult even just to squat here and do that. And then
shtick.
this woman's crying out for her child, and you can feel that kick in your gut, literally at this point from
no.
your developing child.
I need,
Developing
I need a
speaking of
break.
moon rune, Serzene,
Yeah.
you're trying to sneak up on this dude. You see Korsar run towards the burning building.
That seems like Korsar. That's
Okay.
that seems like something he'd do.
That's in character. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm surprised he didn't run in sooner, actually, really.
Oh wow.
All right, and you're trying to grab him to see if you can keep him here.
Yeah, I wanna do some prodding or some type of either rapiering or grappling.
You just want to do the old blade in the back and be like,
Yeah.
false move.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
like the idea of the whole like,
Yeah.
move and I'll skewer you.
That's
thing.
right. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're trying to like intimidate him basically into
Yes.
staying where he is.
Yes.
All right. All right.
Or
Go ahead.
Ooh, fast talk. Oh, okay. Wait, no. Because I'm not like a full-on like warrior type. So I think what I could do is I could like basically come up behind him and try to like persuade him like in a more charming kind of fast talky way.
Oh.
And then I could threaten him with the rapier if he doesn't like listen to me, basically. So I'd be like it'd be a real shame if I drew attention to your lunar
Deathy,
ways.
moony.
Yeah, you're just
weary-
weird lunar type attitude. It'd be a shame if I brought attention, because people really would want to peg this on somebody like you.
Sure.
And so if you cooperate with me, I could maybe prevent that from happening. Something
Okay.
like that.
Sure.
Only I can peg this dude.
First time for everything, and will never be the last. So yes, let's get into it. All right. So I think, yeah, that's what I would like to do with my fast talk.
Okay.
So let's try it and see. My fast talk is notoriously wiggly. Oh, yay, make it 52. Okay.
Nice.
I make it.
All right.
Hooray.
So you say this to him, and he kind of turns his head to the side to speak to you. He doesn't really look back at you though, because
Right.
you kind of came up behind him.
Yeah.
He says, "No, this city has made it more than clear that those of us that they can even vaguely connect to the Lunars are not welcome here anymore.
Then what are you doing here?
This is my home, but I'm sure my time here is short."
Do you know who did this? Who is doing these fires?
All right. And he is going to make a move
Uh-huh.
and try to push through the crowd away from you and make a run for it.
Okay. Yeah.
But Korsar, you're running into a burning building.
Oh my god. So hot.
so hot right
Literally.
Yeah.
now. Running into buildings.
Korsar, so hot right now.
So hot is cool.
Yep. Oh my god.
Right. So let's start with a dodge roll.
Oh, okay. All right. Agility, of course. I have a 30 in that. That would be a 98.
Oh my god.
But this is why you upped your stuff. So it's
Yeah.
all good. So
Okay.
I'm gonna
Just a falling, a fiery beam falls on my head.
No.
just all the normal stuff. Just,
Oh my god.
all right. Okay. 13. So this is right arm.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I know you have some increased armor points and stuff,
I
but it'd be
do,
4
although-
points to your right arm.
Haha! I have 4 points of armor protection.
Haha.
Ooh.
Woo.
Because I was
Yeah.
gonna say I deserve points for role playing because I don't think I'm wearing any armor, like actual armor.
Right, right.
Oh.
I was just drinking at a bar. So
Oh,
it's not
true.
like I'd be fully
Yeah,
armored.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but I think this is in line with your character too. You're just bull rushing into
Yeah.
this fire. You're not
Yeah.
trying to dodge the burning beams and stuff
No.
like that. So you just take it full on the arm and just kind of like knock it out of the way.
Yeah.
Empowered as you are by your
Aha.
magics.
Yes.
At this point, you may make a search roll.
Okay. Search is 25. I'm wondering, is there a rune that would help with that?
Hmm.
Like I don't
Maybe
know.
your man rune?
Don't say that. Like my lowest rune.
There's one that's
Uh,
like perceptive stuff. Yeah, let's.
Oh yeah. So check the rune categories here.
Yeah.
I think you mean beast rune, right, Kenny?
Yeah.
No,
know,
I don't think I
sniffing
did.
them out
Oh, you
like a
did not.
beast.
Shut up. All right.
This is the episode where we all dig into each other's runes.
Yeah, just
Apparently.
rune hate.
Exactly.
All right. Looks like fire. Fire covers perception. so,
Okay.
all right. That makes sense.
Which you were already empowered by that.
I was on my spell casting.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I think I can use it. I don't think there's a daily limit, is there? I
No,
don't think.
and it's
No.
not like you're still concentrating on that too, because you're done. You cast the spell.
I did cast.
You've
the
moved
spell.
on.
I have moved on. I have movement runed on.
Mhm.
All right, that's a
God.
0-1.
Oh,
Yo.
dang.
What?
Ooh.
So is that
Wow.
plus 50? I want to say.
Wow. Must be cool. Must be nice.
Yeah. must
Oh
be
my
nice.
God. You know what?
Hey, I just rolled a fumble, so
That's true.
You reap
that's a
what you
plus-
sow, Kenny.
that's a
Like,
plus
I'm-
50, right? On a 0-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, on a critical plus 50. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm doing a search, you say?
Yes.
All right. 75 or less. 57.
Woo.
Nice.
All right.
All right. So you punch a burning beam aside. You're just like going through this house, trying to like figure out how the layout makes sense. You're like, okay, this is kind of a kitchen, moving on. And you turn through into what looks like a bedroom. And it looks almost like maybe at one point he was trying to hide, but you see an unconscious boy behind a wardrobe.
Okay. I'll pull him out if I can and do the
All
old
right.
fireman's carry.
All right. So you heft this small boy up. I mean, no more than 50 pounds or so. Yeah, we'll see how you get through the fire next time. But
Okay.
Kivra, what are you doing outside to manage all of this? I mean, your friend's in a burning building. How would you like to manage its less burning?
Well, people have started like forming bucket chains and
Some
so
people
forth,
have.
you know,
So
some
Korsar
people
did a
have
good
started
job getting
doing
that started. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think just keeping that all going, being a motivational force here, not you have to keep that vigor up, I think,
Sure.
is what I need to do here. So it's definitely something that need to keep the movement up, keep
Sure.
the tempo, keep up the pace. So
What would you like to do that?
well, first off, let's activate our movement power, I think,
Mhm.
to see if we can buff something.
Doing some augmenting with movement.
with that. Yes, we're certainly going to try.
Yep. As we
right.
know from experience, it always goes well.
Always. Well, in this case it did, because I got
Okay.
15 under 80 for movement. So
Yep.
doing pretty good there. So would that be a 30 or a 20 still? I don't know when you have to get
15
30.
under what?
80.
Get my little calculator out. Ooh, where's everything?
Oh yeah.
Because it's special is 1. What's the fraction for that one again? I'm like still in.
Call of Cthulhu
Yeah.
mode.
Oh, I
Is
think
it
I think it's
fifth?
one. I think it's 1/5. But I'm
Is
not
it still in 5th? Okay. Yes, you'd need 16 or under, which you got. So yeah, special.
Nice.
So 30.
Okay. Cool. So let's get a rhythm going then to like try to keep everything in sync, you know, because you're handing these buckets from hand to hand, right? And so I'm thinking like sea shanty type
Sure.
of you know, where you sing a little something, you know, get a song going to like
Songs have been
shanty it
effective
up.
in our campaign so far.
Yeah.
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 So if
Sure.
there's like some well-known, because you said we're in like our homelands now and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So something well-known, sort of like a song that you might sing to all be in sync when you're like, I don't know, reaping the harvest or something like that. Some, you know,
Yeah.
something everybody knows. Everyone knows this one. Everybody. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
So I will try my sing skill to start up a song to keep everyone focused on the task at hand and be in sync.
Okay.
All right. So I gotta
That
beat
skill.
a 60.
And you
10 under
do.
60.
Nice.
Hey, that's another
Yeah.
special success.
All right. I gotta remember to check these things too.
Yeah.
So-
Check them boxes.
Let's check that one.
Maybe inspired by your recent travels right past this landmark, you call to mind a song that was popular in your youth, in your tribe, recalling the events of Larnste's table, one of the kind of famous / infamous plateaus, mesas from that region that you were just in, helping Myrna's Landing. And a bunch of people pick it up. Like, it is one they know, and it really gets them motivated and moving in a more productive and helpful way. Okay. Got it. Awesome.
Glorantha, the musical.
Yeah. And please sing. No. Samastina, I know you're having a rough time, but what is it that you would like to do at this point?
Well, how's this lady looking?
After your first aid, definitely stable. She's obviously exceptionally upset still because she knows her son's somewhere in that building, but she is talking, even if it's babbling a bit more, because she's doing better physically. But yeah, she's she definitely seems much better, not healed, but certainly stable.
Right. Okay. Well, I probably I put my hand on her shoulder, you know, and I'm like, just sit here until until you're 100%. And I like struggle standing up. I probably am like, I'm lightheaded, you
Right.
know, looking around. This fucking song is going on. And
What?
I don't feel good. And so like I like turn around and I'm looking at the building, waiting for Korsar to, you know, bust out of this door. And so I'm getting kind of close to it, but I'm like, I know any second he's either going to come out of there or he's going to need me to come in.
Right.
And, you know,
Whoa.
yeah, or either like, you know, and whatever happens. So I'm just like, I guess readying some kind of action. I don't know if that's a thing in Glorantha, but I like, as soon as Korsar busts out of the door, I'm gonna like run to his aid, and you know, whoever he has, you know, that needs medical attention.
Yeah, you're ready to lay some hands
Exactly.
on these
Nice.
people.
Exactly. As
Yeah.
much as I can. But there is a voice in the back of my head that's still like, you know, telling me that today's not going to end well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, you failed at your purpose.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I'm struggling because like when I am like this, I get violent, which like there's something
What?
inside me. Yeah, there's something inside me that's like, I'm gonna fucking hit somebody if they come at me wrong. And like,
Ooh.
yeah. And so, and
Ooh.
obviously like, and then my oath is like, no, but I'm not being pragmatic right now.
Right.
I'm being emotional and, you know, all that kind of thing. So I have a lot of emotions inside me.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah,
Did-
I'm a mess.
Did Samastina grow up on the mean streets?
I
where
mean,
she
you
became
know.
a healer.
She literally just wanted
I
to
mean,
lay
you don't
down
just
with her feet in the
become
water.
one of the sisters of mercy.
That's
by
right.
being
Yeah.
chill all the
Yeah,
time.
that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've
So,
killed
yeah.
before a lot of people.
So yeah, I'm waiting.
Mhm. All right. Serzene, this man, basically his go-to move, because he's strong, he looks strong to you
Yeah.
too. And that's what he's going to use. He's going to push someone in the crowd, kind of like push them into you to try to get away
Okay.
from you.
All right.
What kind of reaction do you want to have to that? How are you responding in turn?
Oh, I'm gonna like jump on him. Like
All right.
I'm gonna try to get him to stop.
Right. Would you say
Um,
you're responding more with your dexterity, or you're kind of going strength v strength, like moving this
Well,
person back?
My strength is 10. My strength
Mhm.
isn't good, so I'm gonna use my dex is terrible as well.
Mhm.
So let's see here. Yeah, I guess I would kind of like it's just an obstacle in front of me. So I don't want to hurt the person, but I would probably step on top of them to get to him, because the whole point is to get this guy. So I might use them as like a little stepping stone, unfortunately, to get to this guy, because I need to like tackle him and like get him. So I guess that would be jump or dodge, I guess.
I would say if you want to use jump or dodge, it's going to be to see like maybe if you can avoid hurting this person. And if you
Okay.
can't, we can see how you would decide to handle that.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt them. I
Yeah.
really don't. But I need this guy. I need to get him. So, all right. So we're attempting to dodge.
Mhm.
All right. So my dodge is 33. Oh no, that's an 89.
Okay.
Not good.
I think as this is happening, you very quickly realize that he has put you in a situation where, depending on where your passions lie, this may not go in your favor.
Right.
Is honor something that's important to you?
Not really. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Is it low for you? What's it at?
Do you have it
Do
at
you
all?
have it?
I
Do you
don't
even
have any.
it?
No.
None.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
yeah,
It's
I
at the
guess-
top there, right under passions. So it's like
No. Oh wait, it's 60. Sorry.
Hmm. So if you'd
it's easy
like,
to overlook.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can roll your honor to see if this is something you can overcome. But if you choose to act against it and you make your roll, then you're gonna lose some of that honor in letting this person be hurt in your attempt to snatch this man.
Okay, well, here's the deal. Like in terms of my rune affinities, like disorder is up there.
Right.
And illusion as well.
Mhm.
So I feel like I don't really care, like, because ultimately it's a means to an end. And so
Okay.
I feel like that's the mindset I would take. So
Okay.
so if the person has a broken arm or whatever, I'm like, sorry, but like
I'll get
I
you a
needed to.
Samastina later.
Yeah, exactly. I'll toss it. Yeah, I'll toss you over there, but I need to get this person. Like this is more important than your broken arm right now.
Okay. So since you did fail the dodge, you're going to kind of take a tumble with this person, not in the way that you'd normally prefer to.
Right.
Let's see here. This one roll. Okay. You feel, and you know you're a big one, and you feel like, even though it's not your intention, just the way that you fall, you feel the force of your weight coming down on their right leg.
Yeah.
And it bends in a way that ain't
Not
right.
good.
It's
Yeah.
going to slow you down a little bit, though, obviously, because you did get tripped up with this human obstacle. And so this man gets some distance from you before you're able to right yourself.
Okay.
All right.
Are there I'm really
go
quick.
ahead.
Are there any guards around? Or have the guards finally
Guards have been summoned as part of this effort to put out the fire. Yes.
summoned but not visible?
You can see some around in the colors.
Okay.
of the city.
Could I yell something? Could I
Yeah,
just say
absolutely.
like get the moon man?
Get the
Get the
moon,
moon
man.
man?
Yes. Mhm.
Shut the fuck up about Moon Man.
Shut the fuck up about moon man. No, the lunar. Capture him. Get the lunar's running away.
Yeah.
He knows
so
he knows what's happened or something like
you're gonna
that.
get some folks' attention.
Yeah.
And as you're yelling, yeah, you do see some people look away from the fire towards this. I mean, we saw the picture. It's very clear. He's very decked out in some moony business.
Yes.
So
moon
yeah,
man.
definitely a lot of people are now aware of him, which is something he was certainly trying to avoid.
Right.
So yes, that
Okay,
that
thank
has
you.
happened.
Okay, good.
I feel like if I could hear that, I would definitely try to help. It's like, oh, there she is. Like she disappeared somewhere, and now she's like.
Samasina did tell you to find Serzene.
Also, like, oh yeah, didn't she say to do something? That's right. Find Serzene. There she is. What's she
Yep.
saying? Stop
Yep.
that man.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't want
Okay.
Yeah, that
That's
works.
to strip my britches, but I feel
No,
like
that
if
sounds
she
right
called
to
out
me.
that I'd be
Alright.
like,
So yeah, Kibra, you're gonna
Because I have a distinctive voice too.
get into this. All right. Very cool. Korsar, you're still in the building, carrying a small creature. Why don't you go ahead and make another dodge on your way out of the fire?
I do also just want to note that it was stuck in my craw because I'm like, well, in Pendragon, you can only inspire yourself with a passion once per day. So I did double check, and yes, here's the actual rule.
Ooh.
It's in bold even.
Oh, well.
Only one augment may be attempted per ability. We got that part.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And an ability can only be used once per session to augment a task. And so ability means anything, skill, passion, or rune.
Oh.
So
So you gotta be picky.
you gotta be picky. So since I'd already used movement, would love family have worked as a passion? Could I
Oh, because you're saving the little kiddo.
yeah,
I think that makes sense. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So just for the record, just for completionist's sake, I'll just say
Okay.
love family.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
Anyway, making a dodge roll here, 30%.
good. Mhm.
Mm.
No,
Mhm.
it's a 65.
Oh god.
Let's see where the fire's gonna
I'm just gonna
mush.
say I'm fireman carrying him over my right shoulder, so I guess
Okay.
if you roll right arm again, it'll land on him.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Does
Wow.
he count it? Does he
Left
count as
arm.
armor?
He
Left
does count as armor.
arm.
Yes.
Oh my
he does count as armor.
god.
So left arm,
Oh, you got left arm. Okay,
Yep.
that's fine. That's good.
5 points to left arm.
Ooh, so I actually took a point of damage. On
Like,
my arm.
yeah, you get a nice little burn on your left arm,
Ah,
which makes sense because you're defending by putting up that
That's right.
left arm since you're
I'm
carrying
leading
him
with my
on the
left
right.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did it burn one of your tattoos? Like one of your
No, but it is going to leave a cool scar.
Yeah.
so,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Right. And with that, having not succumbed to the flames, yeah, as expected, Samastina, Korsar bursts out of this building with a limp child over his right shoulder.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I run straight into action.
Mhm.
I run towards him. But I don't stop him. Once I reach Korsar, I like put my hand around him or my arm around him and start like leading him away from the fire and away
Right.
from the crowd. And I'm like, "Are you okay? Is he okay?"
So I'm fine. I don't know about the child, and so I'll kind of slough him off onto you.
Okay. Yeah. I take him, but I'm like, "Oh my god." And
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
couldn't you
Yeah.
carry him a little further along?
I mean a little bit. I assume
Not
we're,
you,
like-
no, I'm talking
Oh.
about Korsar. This
Oh,
uncouth
well,
bastard.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
yours now.
Yours
Yeah.
now. Yeah,
Yeah,
here
let's-
you go.
Yeah.
Patting
Come
fire
on.
out.
Hot potato.
Why do you have dark circles under your eyes all of a sudden?
Jesus. So yeah, all right, yeah. So I take him and then I kind of like immediately like go down, lean him down, and Korsar, you can see that I'm like struggling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing first aid on this Kai. So does the minus 50 to my first aid, does that apply still?
Mhm.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
And
Wow.
I can't augment it with anything else, really.
You're messed up right now. Yeah.
You know what, dude? I'm gonna augment it with my moon rune.
Okay. Wait, how does that work?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think he's
Well,
just
I'll
trolling
tell you how
or-
it works.
Yeah,
Does is logged
please.
I
off.
will. Yeah, I will justify this.
Mhm.
Okay.
I bet you will.
This is me knowing. Okay, hold on, stand by.
Yep.
Resulting in the lunar cycles laid upon the surface of the world, the moon accepts chaos as part of the cosmic balance.
Just here for the bullshitting.
Yeah. So this
Yeah,
is me
yeah.
exactly. So this is me being like, okay, and even Serzene earlier was like, this fire is chaos, you know, blah blah blah.
You're right. Serzene did
So,
set you up to be able
Serzene-
to use your moon rune right now.
That's
It's
right.
her fault. Yeah.
Serzene
Mhm.
Although
enabled.
sure.
technically,
Great. Good.
technically, hasn't she already augmented that ability with? the
Yeah,
bubble?
it's already been augmented, so you wouldn't be
that's
able
true,
to.
so I
but I
can't
do
do it. That's
enjoy
right,
you
that's right.
bothering Des with your
Yeah,
mooniness.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Keep bothering. Keep
All
bothering.
right. So I got to get a 40.
40. Yeah. Which you did last
Oh,
time.
I didn't.
Oh,
I got a
not quite this
47.
time.
This kid's dead.
Okay.
He's dead.
He's definitely
magic.
in really
You
bad
do
shape
stuff.
where I think your first aid is like, maybe I can just stabilize him. But no, this kid is not well. He was just in a burning building for however long this has been on fire. And yeah, you think something more drastic than first aid is probably needed to save this child's life.
I'm gonna have to use magic.
All right. Kivra?
And I was
Okay.
gonna say,
Yeah, go for it.
While
Great.
that went, like,
Yeah.
because I failed that test, like,
Yeah.
Samastina is not taking that well.
No, especially those whispering words in your mind telling
Yeah,
you you're
like,
not
tear-
fulfilling your purpose.
Tears are welling up in
You're
her
failing.
eyes. Like her hands are like, her fists are clenched. She's like looking around, like if Korsar gets anywhere near me, I'm just gonna like hit him. Just to like get this energy out. And yeah, so I'm preparing to cast probably healing trance, I guess. Like, do I at least know if this kid is dead? Is he alive?
He is not dead.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
healing trance. I'm gonna look that up. So anyways, continue.
Okay. Kivra,
Mhm.
you
Oh,
saw you saw Serzene. You heard Serzene yell about the moon, the
Yeah.
moon man,
Point.
the
Point
lunar guy, the moon man.
Yeah.
And you see a dude running at this point. People are all turning their heads, looking at him, very obviously covered in moon and death runes. What would you like to do?
Let's we want to sprint up and tackle him, but I want to impassion that with my hate Lunar Empire. So I don't know if that's if that all checks out with our recent
Sounds good to me.
You haven't
rereading
used
the
a
rules. I haven't used a
passion.
passion.
Yeah.
So I still have that. Let's see. I hate them to the tune of 60. Can I do it 51?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Now then, my movement
what-
is 824.
Okay. So you are augmenting
Um,
your movement.
Not necessarily. I'm just saying my move is 824. So I don't know
Yeah.
if that's like, can it be done given our relative distances and stuff? Do I have enough move to get to him? You know?
Yeah, I think,
because I just wanna-
Do you have an ability? I mean, I know by background you are a hunter. Do you have an
Mhm.
ability that you think would help you track him through the streets as he's trying to lose Serzene, basically?
I'll probably track. I do have track.
Okay,
Like,
go ahead and hit
really
that really
hunt
quick.
this guy. Okay, so roll my track. Here we
Yeah,
go.
and that's what you
Is-
augmented.
And that's
your-
what I'm buffing. Okay, so
Mhm.
gotta beat a 65. 86.
Ooh.
Shit.
All right. Well,
All right. So right before our potty break, you chase him down an alley. You don't see him, but so you're not sure which way you went. You don't see any tracks. Like the weather although it's storm season, not the type of weather where he's like left something behind that's easy to tell direction or something like that. However, you notice fallen, broken, freshly in the alley, a small clay votive lamp full of oil that is now spilled into this alleyway. Looks like maybe dropped in the retreat.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna assume that Serzene will be like catching up shortly. She was hot on his heels, and then she, stumbled over the obstacle person that this guy chucked in front of her, and so she
Gary.
should be here.
Yeah.
Poor Gary.
Fucking Gary.
Right. He dropped some Gary trops,
Yeah.
and they were very effective.
Yeah.
And she stepped on one. Okay.
Yeah, let's take a quick break so Kenny doesn't die.
They call me out.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break. So Princess Kenny,
Go
to the bathroom.
I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant, okay?
All right. Yeah. So let's take a few and come back. We'll wrap it up. All right. Yay.
Be right back. Anna's.
All right.
Scariest.
Kivra, you're down that alleyway. Serzene, seeing that Kivra took the charge when you called for someone to grab the Lunar Moon Man, would you follow? Or seeing Korsar come out of the building and Samastina fists balled on the ground next to this child, would you go that way?
I feel torn. Like there's just something very satisfying about, there's something very satisfying about getting somebody, especially with the evidence there. I think so Kivra, are you going in that direction or where you think that person went, the Lunar went?
Yeah, I chased him in the way I thought that he went, and I chased him into an alley. And unbeknownst to anyone not in the alley, that's where I lost his trail. Okay.
So I think I would just like gather up the evidence of this oil lamp that was like left behind, right?
All right. So you'd head down there, like kind of following Kivra, handling that business. Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's this, like I said, it's a nicely made clay votive lamp, like the kind you may light on a bedside table as it gets dark in the evening. But yeah, full of oil being carried on his person for some reason. Smashed, broken in this alleyway.
All right. So I turn to Kivra and I just say he's behind some of this, or at least he knows what's going on. This is evidence.
Indeed, it does seem that maybe perhaps this lantern was his instrument of arson.
We could take it to the city Rex at least.
Indeed. I don't know if you're gonna gather it up and take it into, put it in the evidence bag and like write stuff on it and whatnot.
Tag it and bag it.
Tag it and bag it, baby. All right, cool. So I'll try to help, pick up shards and whatever else.
All right.
Rub the oil on my gums to see what the street value is.
Delicious.
So at the site of the fire, which is slowly coming into control, Korsar and Samastina. Samastina, you are on the ground next to this child. Korsar, you see her there. I don't know if you want to roll an insight maybe to see if you note, or even rolling your passion that you generated for Samastina to note that she's not behaving normally.
Oh,
let's see here.
I like it.
I made the passion roll.
Yeah.
At this point, you know Samastina quite well. You have quite a good connection, and she seems upset, very much not herself. And even just the way she moves is wrong. Like something is up.
Don't look at my hooves.
Yeah, her moon hooves.
What?
All right. So I'll just say, hey, you okay?
Oh.
Samasina, Korsar walks over to you. You have promised to punch him.
Yes. Make it happen.
Yeah, I look up at him. And yeah, like I said, like tears are welling up in my eyes.
Oh no.
Yeah, it looks like I'm about to cry. And yeah, I think I just kind of like look at you and I'm like, you can tell I'm about to like angry sob,
Oh shit.
you know. And I don't even know how to react when you ask me that question.
Mhm.
I am probably just like, I kind of like bear and grip my teeth a little bit.
Mm.
And I, use my forearm to wipe away some tears. And I'm like, if I don't get this right, this child is going to die.
Okay. So I look kind of nonplussed by that, and because I just say, why would you think you're not going to get it right? You always do.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. So I think Samasina just kind of shakes her head and then she takes a deep breath and tries to cast. I really only have one option here, and it's heal. And I don't know if heal's gonna do it unless this kid's missing HP.
I mean, in game terms, heal would absolutely be very
Okay.
helpful. But
Question.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we can also use our own abilities to augment somebody else's role.
Yes.
It says that so it says at the game master's discretion, an adventurer can use one ability to augment another adventurer's ability, such as using one skill to bolster another, working cooperatively or in support of another. This should only apply in situations where the augmenting is clearly possible. It is impossible to cause another to feel a passion without being able to communicate the intense emotion to them, or to confer an affinity with a rune to others that the other does not possess. So it is similarly impossible to augment another adventurer. It is similarly impossible to augment another adventurer using a passion or rune affinity. I was going to ask though, like if the loyalty Samastina that I just rolled could transfer an augment onto Samastina.
Yeah, and I think especially in the way that you translated that role, right? Like you used it to confer your faith that she does not fail in these things.
You have nothing to worry about. Yeah.
I think that's absolutely fair.
Stop talking crazy. So yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. But if you want to take that plus 20 to your POW times 5 roll, you're welcome.
I know, right? Is it up to me or is it up to Rainey?
I mean, I'm fine with it. It's up to you if role-playing wise you think you're too deep in for that hand to be offered to you.
That's yeah.
Like, is this comforting or is this, just part of that expectation you feel like you're not meeting right now?
Yeah,
like,
I think
where are you with it?
I think part of her mental state right now, and let me see here. Let me check. I'm going to look at this earth rune real quick and see in what ways I do not act. Because if I'm just like, my thinking is like, okay, here we go. Let me think here. Pragmatic, prudent, worldly, and sensual is the earth rune, and I can't act in any of those ways.
Right.
So I think right now I'm just like so in my own head, and I'm like, Korsar, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And this has nothing to do with you and me. This has everything to do with the earth, like that kind of thing. So I think that's kind of where I'm at. So I don't know if it would impassion me or not. I don't think it would.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's fine.
What do you think, Desiree?
Yeah, no, I no, I'm just like, damn, it's just
Yeah.
hard. It's just
It's
a
hard.
hard situation to be in.
It's hard.
So I'm just commiserating, not judging for once.
Okay. All right. So POW times 5,
Mhm.
right? My POW
Mhm.
is 14.
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
So 5 is 70.
70. Yeah.
So
Not
I
bad.
need to. Okay. 17.
Yay.
1-7.
All right.
All right, cool.
So,
Kind of wanted to fail it though.
Of course. Spicy.
Masochist. Yeah.
but what it turns out, even though you thought at the moment Korsar was full of shit, what he says is true. When it comes to this, you do not fail. So
Yay.
you put your magic to work, bringing this child back from the brink of death. Smoke inhalation burns, right? Just this horrible situation. And his mother, Irina, is giving you space, but somewhere kind of at the periphery of your senses, you can hear her saying, I was late from the market. I had just broken down the cart and I was looking for him. Sometimes he plays, he hides and I couldn't find him. And then the fire and, just obviously just panicked about her son. Kivra and Serzene, are you coming back after finding this lamp or what are you doing?
I think so.
Yeah, part of me thinks so. And then another part of me is like, I mean, I know I didn't hear what was just said, but I just that fucking lunar.
Yeah,
I'm
there'd also,
tracking.
like,
Yeah.
would there be like a conversation to be had? Like,
Yeah.
where did he go? Like, did you see where he went? And I would be
Yeah.
telling you, like, no, and or
Yeah. So I'm just kind of like staring down this alley and I'm just getting angry. And
Mhm.
so I'll say, I'm not good at tracking, but do you think we could track him in the city?
I've tried, and this is the fruits of my efforts. This is all I can see. I've lost the trail. It's gone cold,
Okay.
but we may be able to pick it up at another location. We have his description.
Mhm.
We have his lantern. Perhaps with more information gained, we can gather more information about our quarry and pick up the trail elsewhere.
True, but I don't know if it was him. I mean, I didn't see him carrying anything like this lantern. It could be anyone. And the way that he was talking was kind of the similar strange, obtuse way that Lunars speak, but it didn't seem like he was really attached to what was happening. And I did not see him holding this lantern. I hate to defend him, but he wasn't holding it that I saw.
Well, what happened when you confronted him? All I saw was you call the chase upon him. What prompted that?
Because I just didn't know. He was the only person that seemed suspicious to me because he's a lunar. But he basically said that he's from here. He's from this town. And that, like other lunars before him, he would be, persecuted or punished. So, yeah, it's not clear to me. I just feel we just have this evidence of this, that this is what folks are using to light these homes on fire. And not necessarily that he was the one to do it, but I want to talk to him more.
Definitely keep an eye out for him then. Okay, yeah. All right, well, I guess we would head back then.
Yeah.
Because I've lost, the trail's gone cold. But
exactly.
We've gathered the evidence. And so we would head back now. Rejoin the party.
Yeah.
So we can
Heading back towards the fire, you can hear that the song has changed from the one you originally started up to one you all are a bit familiar with. The song that was made about Kivra sounding the alarm that brought reinforcements over the river to drive back the Lunar army.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Ring the bell well. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number one summer jam.
Yeah.
one
Winter
song.
number one storm season jam.
Yeah.
The Club Banger remix. Got it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a 12-inch
Yeah.
club remix.
You know,
Mhm.
they're on the refrain and various out of tune pitches because who knows how many of them actually made their sing rolls, but you know, Kiever then did sound the alarm, kept Dangerford safe from harm, and all that fun stuff. It's very imaginative.
Nice.
And yeah, but the fire is definitely, it's more smoldering than ablaze at this point. As you both turn the corner, you also see, Samstina with a child, the woman who was once functionally not very well, kind of standing over them. Korsar, what do you think you're doing right now as the madness is dying down?
I'm not leaving Samastina's side at this point. I'm keeping a very close eye on her because I'm worried about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think like
yeah.
running up to Samastina, like, are you okay?
She probably, looks up at you. What's the child's reaction? Is he like coughing and coming to?
Yeah, so he definitely, over the course of your spell, kind of coughed, his eyes opened, he saw his mother, said, weakly, called to her. But yes, he's definitely doing better than he was.
Okay. I probably like hold his head, like put it in my lap, and make sure that he's just like breathing and chilling. And then Serzene comes over, asks if I'm okay. I kind of like nod and then look up at her and I'm like, yeah, I think everything's gonna be okay. And then I look at and then I look over at Korsar and I nod and I'm like, I've got Korsar here.
So I look at
Ooh.
Korsar like,
Hey, jealousy.
yeah, exactly. So I give Korsar a sideways glance, like this guy, because what do you look like right now?
Who, me? Korsar?
Yeah.
look a
You probably see just a slight hint of tenderness on my face that you've never seen before.
Oh.
Tender concern.
Hmm.
My brow is slightly furrowed.
It's upsetting. I don't like this.
It's storm season. Anything could happen.
That's right. It sounds like a reality show. Remember, during storm season,
Right.
Anything can happen.
Happen.
All bets are off.
That's right.
Okay, so I am feeling possessive of Samastina, like what? And I mean, we've traveled together, et cetera, but Korsar's just been like the muscle guy, as opposed to like offering emotional support. Like that's weird to me. That's upsetting. So I'm like, okay, like, so I'm looking around for the city Rex. Is he around, or the head guards?
So interesting that you mentioned that. As things are starting to die down, obviously word of this fire has reached throughout the city at this point. And you can see it like a pretty decent sized contingent of healers from the temple of Shalana Roy have arrived. A few of them break off and go over towards Samastina, where it's obvious, the most injured are. I mean, Korsar, as much as he looks concerned and tender, also looks like a burnt up, covered weirdo as well.
True.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that spell didn't protect my clothes, so I'm sure they're all singed. And I do have a big red welt on my left shoulder too. So.
But with this group, guards coming in, everyone is one Georgia Latish, the woman that you ran afoul of originally when you first entered the city. But seeing the group of you there, she looks almost hopeful and immediately moves towards you, while everyone nearby in the crowd, seeing her, because she's very obvious with her beard of office and everything, are screaming at her like, you need to do something about this. Enough is enough. People will die. Like, you know, people are pissed off that these things continue to happen. And she says, please, this is the 4th fire in 6 days. The city Rex is desperate. This is not the kind of fight he understands. I will give you 100 Lunars apiece if you find who is responsible and bring them to justice. I will give you the authority of a city guard. I only ask that unless it is the only way to stop another fire, that you kill no one. We must bring whoever is behind this to justice.
Justice. All right.
Street justice.
That's right.
As Rolly in
Yes.
justice. All
I
right.
haven't trained my whole adult life to not kill people. So that might be a tall order. Yeah. I think Kibra would say that actually.
Ooh.
I've not trained
Certainly,
my whole life to not kill people.
violence is justified when that is the only way through. If whoever is doing this leaves you no choice, I understand, but I think it's important for the people of the city to see that we're doing something about this and that there are consequences for doing these things in Jonstown.
All right, so I'm going to show her the evidence that I have. I'm gonna show her the evidence. Like this is what we found in an alley, going in the direction of a possible suspect. Do you have an accounting of all the Lunars who live here?
There should be no Lunars here, but certainly there are those who were more amenable to their rule in the city. Many of them were driven off when the temple was destroyed.
Well, they're still living here. There's still some that are here.
I do not doubt that.
Okay. All right. So you're basically giving us guard privileges in order to put a stop to this.
I can give you what information I have about the other 3 fires,
Okay.
and you have all authority I can grant you to investigate them as you will.
All right.
Does that come with some sort of mark or
Badge?
Badge, yes. One of those ball chain around the neck badges you wear.
What?
I don't know what it's like.
Yeah. No,
You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
like you hook it to a light bulb to pull the pull chain.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
a chain
Yeah, I
with a
know.
ball chain. Is that what
Yeah.
that is? I don't even know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do
Anyway,
we have like an official like ball gag that we have to wear
Yeah.
like while we're on this?
Yes. Do you wear like a chain on your balls? Like no.
Yes.
Any like official nipple clamps maybe?
Mm.
Oh my
I just
God.
mean like the dog tag type of necklace
Yeah.
thing.
No,
So,
I
you
know,
you're
I know.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Badge goes on it.
Yeah.
Or an official ball gag. I mean, fuck it, right? Or a ring gag, like that'll work too. Whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so she would say certainly and hands you, it's functionally a large stamped coin that carries, a seal to mark you as someone with authority.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get that. Let's get the information about the other fires so we can know what we're looking for here.
Right. This, as she mentions, is the 4th fire in 6 days. So this is the 6th day, 4th fire. It was at the home of Arena, a woman who runs a stall in South Market, and her son. The 3rd fire was only 1 day previous, and it was at a leatherworking shop owned by someone named Jivan, Jivan.
Okay.
The second fire happened 4 days ago, and it was at another residence, the home of Farana and Yalos.
Mhm.
And the original fire that started this whole thing happened 6 days ago, and it was at the workshop of a potter named Andralor.
Okay. All right. And so where these are located, is it like do we have like a map of like where these places are?
Yep, I could definitely get that for you as we get into our next part of this adventure. I think because we're at 5:15. Yeah, I think where we will wrap it up this time. As the healers move to assess the situation, one of them, Korsar, attends to your burn. Is like wiping the soot away and sees that you're relatively uninjured except for this one spot. Is attending to that. And another Samastina leans down next to you, helping you to attend to the child, and says, Sister Samastina, Sister Mercy has news for you.
Ooh. What is
Okay.
it? What's the news?
Hey, don't worry. After only another 432 melee rounds. And you'll
No, I think as like the fire truly starts to be put out, the boy, other than being obviously extraordinarily traumatized, seems physically healthy and is reunited with his mother. Your turmoil begins to fade. You can see around you the people who believe in you. And Korsar definitely not taking his eyes off of you the entire time he's being healed. But yes, interesting.
Okay, yeah. I definitely get Serzene's help. Like I reach out a hand to have her help me like stand up or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I don't know, I probably just like hug Serzene.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, so where were you?
I was trying to see if there was anyone in the crowd that was coming back to the scene of the crime.
Did you find anybody?
Maybe.
We need to find them.
Why?
And you hear like a determination in Samastina's
Yeah.
voice where it's like, I'm going to kill these people.
Ooh, don't break your oath.
I know.
Yes.
What a dramatic point to end on.
I know.
Damn.